It's time for Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. Presented by Baptist Emergency Hospital. Now, here's Don Harris.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Rock Pile, the Tower of the Americas, the backdrop for the second week in a row as we are live at Alamo Stadium for Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights, and tonight it's the Brackenridge Eagles against the Sam Houston Hurricanes. Hi, I'm Don Harris, along with my good friend Chuck McAtinnick. And Chuck, we've had some great matchups this year. We've had Steele, we've had Judson, we had a thriller last week, and all of a sudden now, we just got another undefeated team going against the highest-rated passing team in the city.
We have great quarterback play, Don, tonight. Maybe the best we've seen all year for the two combatants of these two schools. This has all the potentials of being a shootout tonight. I'm really looking forward to this ball game.
Antonio Lopez leads all of San Antonio in passing with over 1,400 yards. But they've changed their offense a little bit in the last couple of weeks, Chuck, but we still expect to see him air it out tonight?
Oh, I think absolutely, Don. You're looking at a young man right here, Antonio Lopez. I think I probably need to remind people that he was the second leading passer in the entire state last year in 5A. Off to another great start this year. Yeah, they've kind of simplified some things. They're young on the field this year, so they went a little bit more with a ground game last week, although Antonio still got his. He had 5 touchdowns in that one.
If they are going to win tonight, they are going to have to keep pace with prime time. Ramonte Prime, we had him last year. This kid simply is electric to watch.
He is, and for everything that he is on the field, I mean, you look at the numbers, and they're absolutely staggering. I mean, this clearly is one of the most talented teams in town. 22 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but this kid is hands down the leader of this squad, and maybe more importantly, Don, for everything that he is on the football field, this young man is kicking butt in the classroom as well. A 96.5 grade point average. He's the real deal.
Wow, it is now October, but it is still August down on the field. We thought it would cool off, but it hasn't. Let's go down for our ASCO game time weather and Mike Hernandez. Mike?
Hey, 96 is a pretty popular number today. That's also what the temperature got up to today. And it wasn't a record high, believe it or not. Right now we're sitting at 91. Now, here's the good news, though. You'd think that'd be super hot, but there's a nice breeze blowing about 10, 12 miles an hour. So that's really helping, and it's not real humid. So a couple of pluses there weather-wise, and I think the temperatures will fall off into the 80s as we go through the evening. So I think it's perfect football night. A little warm, but you know what? It is.
We've talked a lot about the offenses. It's going to be a high-scoring affair, but the defensive play in this game should be good too, right?
Yeah, you know what? You mentioned it early off the top. Of course, Sam Houston has a prolific offense. They've had over 500 yards here the last couple of games in total offense. On the Brackenridge side, here's the problem. They throw the ball almost 95% of the time, and they're going up against a defense that's given up 245 yards passing. Not in a single game, but total after 5 games. So something is going to give, as the old saying goes.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. We'll have much more from you on the sidelines. When we come back, we'll have our Church's Chicken keys to the game. It's Brack and Sam Houston on Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights.
Tonight's broadcast in high definition is brought to you by the Law Office of Ramon Cervantes.
We're back at Alamo Stadium for Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. It's Brackenridge and Sam Houston, two teams in District 28 5A that are coming off big district wins. Brackenridge beat Lanier last week 31-14, while Sam Houston, they're 5-0. They throttled Jefferson 41-16. Time now for our Church's Chicken keys to the game. And Chuck, let's start first with those Brackenridge Eagles.
Well, Don, key tonight is going to be to win the turnover battle if you're Brack. You want to get some extra possessions for your offense and in turn keep Sam Houston's offense off the field. Secondly, control the ball. That's kind of like number one. We're just taking it a step further. And then lastly, they want to be ready for anything because Sam Houston, under their new head coach, Patrick Brown, these guys will go for it on 4th down. They'll do onside kicks, trick plays, you name it. Brack must be ready for everything and anything tonight.
Brack coach Willie Hall has been there 21 years. He has seen it all, and he's ready for the Hurricanes.
All the kids are real excited about tonight. Prep this week was real good. Kids are excited about this opportunity to showcase themselves and show that we're a better team than what our record shows.
Meanwhile, Patrick Brown is in his first season coaching Sam Houston after a long career in El Paso. Chuck, what are the Church's Chicken keys to the game for the Hurricanes?
Well, Coach Brown told us, number one, he wants to get after the quarterback. He knows what kind of talent Antonio Lopez is, so they want to make it hard for him as much as humanly possible. Secondly, they want to be physical with their receivers. They're going to jam the line of scrimmage and get up on these big guys because they know they can get hurt with a deep ball downfield. And then lastly, they want to control the football and be able to run the ball.
Chuck, we've talked about Ramonte Prime and that offense. Coach Brown wants to see how his defense is going to match up tonight.
You know what? I like our chances. I think our corners, they're not very big, and I think when you see them line up versus their big receivers, it's going to look like a mismatch. But boy, they're physical, our little guys, and our DNs can really get after the passer. So I'm pretty excited about seeing how our defense, because we haven't seen an offense like this. Most of the teams we play want to run first instead of throw. So I'm pretty excited to see how we get after them.
Chuck, I know you talked to Patrick Brown when he first took the job coming from El Paso. You and I both have been impressed with him, and he's 5-0 to start.
Oh, yeah, he makes no bones about it. He knows what a talented squad that he has. And when he was in El Paso, he took a team to the third round against Toledo to overtime, and he says this Sam Houston team is the most talented team he's ever had.
We're going to light up the scoreboard here at the Rock Pile. Brack and Sam Houston, Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. We've got the kick after this.
Closed captioning of tonight's game is brought to you by Air to Recovery.
There's Willie Hall. He has been a fixture on the sidelines for the Brackenridge Eagles for now 20-plus years. This is his 21st season at Brackenridge High School. He's got a quarterback this year that can flat out light up the scoreboard in Antonio Lopez, and we're getting ready to see him take on the Sam Houston Hurricanes, who have a quarterback that might be the best in town. 22 touchdowns passing and only 2 interceptions, and that's Patrick Brown right there, the new head coach of the Sam Houston Hurricanes after Gary Green departed after many successful years there at Sam Houston. And Chuck, these are 2 programs on the rise going into district play.
And obviously, Don, we're looking at the Sam Houston Ball Club, and it's one of the best in the city. There's no doubt about it. I mean, they are stacked at every position, and we talked about them a lot last year when they were young, and they were still doing a lot of damage when they were young. Now they've all kind of grown up on the field, and as you take a look at the district standings, it's proven with their record overall.
We've talked about Ramonte Prime with his 22 touchdowns. He likes to spread them around. You just look at his go-to guys. Trayvon Vaughns has 5, Jawan Anderson has 6, Dwayne Brown has 3, Trenton Jones has 4, Devin Harris has 6. And so it's not like he's just got his eye on one receiver. He will spread it around, and the Hurricanes will light it up. Both offensives have put up big numbers, but the talk going into this game for both head coaches has been defense. Brackenridge wants to control the ball tonight, run some clock so that they keep it out of the hands of Ramonte Prime. But that'll be easier said than done because Antonio Lopez likes to put it up. They've had a lot of 3 and outs, and so their coaching staff wants everybody to calm down. Plus, Jonathan Lucas, their starting running back, is out, and so we'll see a lot of number 21, Tyrus Mathis, run the football for the Brackenridge Eagles.
And Don, I think it's going to be a really interesting ball game for both of these defenses because both coaching staffs made no bones about it. You're not going to see a lot of soft shells tonight. Both of these defenses want to get up in you, play physical, jam the line of scrimmage, really throw caution to the wind. You might give up some big plays doing that, but I think both coaches know that these are really talented offenses. You're going to give up your points. It's going to be a matter of who can slow the other team down first and the most.
But first, it is time for our Dixie Flag National Anthem. Let's turn it over to our public
Everyone,
address.
please stand, remove your caps as we honor flag and country by playing of the national anthem. Sam Houston, please present the colors. The Hurricane color guard will post the colors tonight. The color guard consists of the right guard, Cadet Captain Angel Page, Commander and U.S. flag, Cadet Second Lieutenant Jesse Torres, the Texas flag, Cadet Private Christopher Kimmerer, left guard, Cadet Captain Darius Thompson, and the Battalion Commander, Cadet Sergeant Major Ayanna Collins. the playing of the national anthem by the Sam Houston Marching Band.
Very nice by the Sam Houston Marching Band with our national anthem, and we are closer to kickoff. Chuck, we talked about this being a high-scoring affair. You just look at what happened last year. Sam Houston hung up 40, Brackenridge put up 25, and that was a year ago. And these quarterbacks are both returning, so they've got even more firepower.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting breakdown watching this game tonight because, you know, Brackenridge has a lot of juniors and a lot of seniors, but they're still young on the field. And then, you know, Coach Willie Hall told us before the game that they're even younger behind them. He's going to have a really young squad next year. So, you know, they had a lot of good success last week in the second half. And he said, you know, the biggest thing for us was finally getting through, breaking down the wall and getting that first win. And, you know, sometimes you can breed some confidence just with some of the little things, and you can maybe try to build on that. Well, there's no doubt they're going to have their hands full tonight, and if they can pull this one off, you would have to expect that Brackenridge would be beaming with confidence going into the rest of their schedule.
Willie Hall has been a great molder of young men there at Brackenridge High, as I said, for his 21st season now. And meanwhile, we're going to see some very interesting things from the Sam Houston High sideline. The Hurricane mascot, one of the most interesting mascots in all of high school football. It looks like dual hockey pucks, painted orange and green. Very interesting, almost like the linear Vogue. There you go. I don't know what it is. I guess that's a hurricane. We got one brewing, by the way, on the East Coast. And then I think they've got some of the coolest jersey numerals going that we've seen all year with the green jerseys and the orange. It's almost like a camouflage-looking orange numeral on the front. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and then they switched up the helmets this year.
And everybody wears family on the back. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to watch Sam Houston go through the rest of the schedule and see just how talented these young men are and how well coached they are. And, you know, we talked to Coach Brown this week talking about, you know, trying to fill in for a coaching legend and really somebody he called Mr. Sam Houston, Gary Green. Yeah. I mean, obviously, guy went to high school at Sam Houston, played in the NFL all the years that he did, and then did such a wonderful job with the kids at Sam Houston before retiring this year. And he says it's really hard to try to follow in the footsteps of somebody like a Coach Green, but I'll tell you what, these guys haven't missed a beat.
All right, by the way, Chuck, if I call anybody family, you know I've lost it. It's on the jersey of everybody. The kick by Thomas Jones is taken short to the 25 and got some space this way and getting outside past the 25 and down to the 30-yard line. For Brackenridge is Antonio Lopez. Well, Antonio Lopez brings him out onto the field. And you just look at the numbers, 235 attempts already this season, 1,400 yards, threw for 5 touchdowns just a week ago.
And they kind of mixed things up. You know, they wanted to simplify a few things and, you know, get everybody on the same page. And last week, they went to like a pro-style I offense and, you know, mixed it up a little bit, but here we go. They're spreading you out to start the ball game.
Tyrus Mathis in the backfield with Lopez, who turns and fires, and he's got a man deep on the first down, and it's just overthrown and through the outstretched hands of his intended receiver, Marco Puente. And we said they were going to come out firing, and there you go. Talk about the big guys up front. Damian Sherwood, the veteran center there for that offensive line. Lopez is the guy putting up numbers, and they'll go quickly here on 2nd down and 10. Lopez fakes, keeps himself, and he's drilled right there by the Sam Houston defense. 16 on the tackle, that's Brandon Adams. Here's a look at the rest of that Sam Houston defense. Jonathan Challenger plays just about every position, and Jair Jordan, again, one of those talented athletes for the Hurricanes. 3rd down and 10 for Lopez, and he's sacked behind the 25, and that is Matthew Pitts getting in to make the tackle. Just like that, it's 3 and out for Brack, and so much for running the football. They had 3 formations to throw it right off the top, other than the scramble that was called for Lopez.
You talked earlier with Mike down on the sideline talking about how few yards the Sam Houston defense has given up through the air, and really I thought a nice job by the quarterback there stepping up in the pocket, but it's just too many guys around the football.
And there you go, back to receive is Trayvon Vaughns and Dwayne Brown. And that's Vaughns who has it across the 40, 45 to the 50. He's got some space, cuts back at the 41-yard line. Camilo Gomez with the tackle, and Sam Houston will have it 1st and 10 with Ramonte Prime with 10:32 to play in the first quarter when we return on Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. All right, you're looking at Ramonte Prime, one of the top passers in all of San Antonio. As we said, 22 passing touchdowns on the season, 97 attempts. He's also run for a couple. Only 2 interceptions, and he's ready to go. Inside Brack territory, it's 1st and 10.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, a young man completing 70% of his passes this deep into the season.
Devin Harris is his running back, and he spreads it out to all of those receivers, turns and hands it to Harris, and a pickup of about 2. Here's that Sam Houston offensive line. John Vernon, Curtis Winters, a guy we'll talk about. Kyrie Harris is an absolute monster. 76, is just a junior, and he's 6'5" and 340 pounds. He'll be protecting these backs, as I said, Jones, Brown, Anderson, and Vaughns, all with multiple touchdowns on the year. Prime goes deep, got a man, but it's underthrown. Rushed it a little bit and had some pressure. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down and 9. Prime with that left-handed delivery. Here's the Brack defense. Arnolfo Tovar, senior, in there. Joshua Leal and Charles Campion leads them in tackles. In the backfield, Arispe's already got a couple of picks on the year. Noah Gutierrez also with 2 interceptions. Thrown this side, dropped. Intended for Tavion Jones. It's incomplete. It's 4th down.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see him go for it. That's what they do. Throwing caution to the wind, and they're an attacking style team, both offensively and defense. And most teams in this situation will punt the ball away, not the Hurricanes.
Prime, 3 receivers to his right. Harris in the backfield with him. 4th and 9, Harris moves, and there's going to be a procedure on the running back or a timeout. Now there's a flag down.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, no 4th down.
Randy Wilson, our referee tonight. And that changes everything, and now the Hurricanes will punt it away.
So, Don, just what we thought was going to happen, right? Come out, bunch of offense. We're going to see it light it all up, and kudos to the defenses. Got a quick start for both sides.
Hector Carrion, the punter. There is no receiver back for Brackenridge. They will be content to let this one just bounce wherever it's going to fall. Carrion's kick straight up. Bounces at about the 30, and it'll be down with a net gain of about 8 yards. Total punt was 13. And when we come back, it'll be Brack's second time. We'll see if Lopez can get this offense going. 9:45 to play. It's 0-0 here at the Rock Pile.
All right, and welcome back. We're on the field right now, and I'm joined by Victoria from Church's Fried Chicken, our sponsors that we'd be lost without. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
Okay, so
Yes.
you bring in something special you wanted to talk about tonight. This is cool. It's not just your classic tenders. It's got a little zesty zingy thing going, right?
Yeah, yes, it's our new Texas Pete tender strips. You get 3 all-white meat, hand-battered, fried to perfection tender strips.
And then they got the sauce.
Yes, it's our original Texas Pete sauce. It adds a good Texas-sized kick to each tender strip.
We'll see. Then you
Yes.
wanted to talk quickly about something else you guys have going, which is your special.
Yes. Well, this is our special, and it's $3.29. You get three Texas Pete tender strips and a biscuit, one of our famous honey butter biscuits,
Right.
for $3.29. And we also have a family offer, which is 10 pieces of legs or thighs or chicken strips for $7.99, and you can add 4 biscuits and 2 sides for $7 more.
Wow, so you need to send that up to the guys up in the booth. I'm pulling for you guys. I'm going to try this. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It's zesty, huh?
Zesty.
Uh-huh.
Delicious.
Zesty. Very zesty.
All right, thanks, Mike. Yeah, send the chicken up. 3rd down and 7 for Antonio Lopez and the Brack Eagles after a completion there. Marco Puente with the catch. Fires in space, making a nice move. Football's on the ground. 77 for Sam Houston's got it. And Hurricanes will be in business. Nice recovery falling on the football by Chance Russell. And that ball just came loose, and the big fella was there to jump on. Tavion Jones, the receiver, and
We talked about how physical, Don, both of these defenses want to be tonight, and I'll tell you what, number 5 came up there looking like he was going to be ball hawking for sure. Tavion Jones jarring the ball loose. This is what both teams want to do tonight, jam the receivers, be as physical as possible, and early on, Sam Houston's defense really rising to the occasion.
all right, so they've got some flow, they've got some momentum, and Prime, a little jet sweep action, brings it this way to the 30, cutting back, nice little dance step across the 30, near the 25, and that's Dwayne Brown. Boy, he's quick, a lot of water bug, huh?
No diggity, no doubt. Wrap it up. I mean, he's jet sweeping to the left side, and how about the functional speed that he can stop on a dime and then turn it back upfield?
Sets up 2nd down and 4 for Harris. Inside to Harris. Carries down right to the 25-yard line. Gain of about 1 on the play.
Since, you know, if you want to try to get a rhythm going here on offense, why not run the ball behind some of those big beasties up front? I mean, they've got some size up there, and you get the feeling that Sam Houston want to pound the ball a little bit too and loosen things up.
3rd down and 4 for Ramonte Prime. Fires quickly to the sky, got another guy for a 1st down. That's Brown again. He's inside the toe juice red zone. Brian Garcia with the tackle. Toe Juice, the ultimate skincare solution, sponsoring the Toe Juice red zone tonight.
A nice block outside by Trenton Jones. And, you know, Sam Houston's got so many weapons on the outside, and Prime likes to mix it up and throw it to all of them, and those guys helping each other out there with blocks.
1st and 10, bouncing it outside. Down to about the 12-yard line is Devin Harris. Javante Montgomery there to bring him down.
Yeah, it was a super play by Montgomery staying after that one, because I'm telling you what, you've got to stay after these guys, and You can't have too many hats on the ball with the athletes that Sam Houston has on the offensive side of the football.
Well, they're just so versatile. You got so many guys that have equal numbers. He spreads it around so well, does Prime. Fires to the end zone, got a man, caught, touchdown, Hurricanes. Trenton Jones beating his man down the sideline, and Prime put it right where he needed to.
Nice pitch and catch for Sam Houston on their second drive of the ball game, getting into the end zone. And quite frankly, Don, Ellie Gutierrez was right there. All he had to do was turn around and find the football. It was not bad coverage by him at all.
Trenton Jones with his 5th touchdown of the season. As I said at the get-go, all of these receivers have multiple TDs. And Jones now trying to catch up with Jawan Anderson, who has 6 on the year. The extra point is up. And Carry-on's kick is good. Sam Houston leads Brackenridge 7-0 on a touchdown pass from Ramonte Prime. It's 7-0. You're watching Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. Welcome back to Alamo Stadium. Ramonte Prime did his job, 7-0 Hurricanes. And you're looking at our UIW Smile Cam, the University of the Incarnate Word, back this year with Smile Cam, highlighting all these great fans. Earn a degree of difference at the University of the Incarnate Word. Tyrus Mathis back to receive the kick. Johnny King back there with him. It'll come off the foot of Thomas Jones this time. Jones's kick is taken by the up man and falls down right there at the 26-yard line. It's Steven Martinez. Antonio Lopez trying to get this offense on track. Chuck, he did that last week. He's got 7 TD passes on the season. 5 of them came a week ago. Big win for them as they picked up their first W of the year over Ramirez.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people forget that this young man was one of the architects of a team that won 11 ball games a season ago, had a fantastic year. One of the best passing yards, or cumulative-wise, in the entire state of Texas in 5A.
It's a Gold's Gym first down for Antonio Lopez in the offense, and Lopez keeps it. Pretty tough contact right there. Josh Harris in there to make the tackle after a gain of about 2.
Yeah, no, it's going to be baby steps tonight for Brack. I mean, the first thing they got to do is pick up the sticks, at least one time, and then they'll see if they can get something going.
Garland Coleman, the big defensive end, on the tackle as well. 2nd and 7. Lopez scrambles, now fires, puts it up, and it's going to be caught. I do believe they're going to give it to him. Right there, Johnny King on the reception. On the shoe tops, went and got it. That'll move the sticks.
You see how much pressure Sam Houston could put on only rushing 4 guys, and that's going to make it awfully hard trying to throw the ball downfield. That was a nice throw.
Inside handoff going absolutely nowhere to Tyrus Mathis. There's big 77 Chance Russell again.
Yeah, Jared Jordan, Matthew Pitts, those guys are playing on the other end of the line of scrimmage right now.
2nd down and 13 now for Antonio Lopez. 2 split each side. Throws quickly to King on this side. King across the 40. Takes on a tackler and gets up to about the 44-yard line. It'll be a nice pickup of about 7. Trayvon Vaughn's there on the tackle, but it'll set up 3rd down.
DeAndre Thomas, too, number 7, showing a lot of speed and a lot of savvy, too. Saw that play unfolding and was able to get in there and help make the play.
3rd down and 7 for Lopez. Brack wanting to keep that drive alive, keep it out of the hands of Prime. Flag flies. That ball's tipped and picked. Going the other way for Sam Houston is Tavion Jones. Tavion Jones will house it, but we've got a flag down. Touchdown, Sam Houston in the meantime. 55 yards. Let's see what the penalty is. And it's coming back. No score, offsides on the defense. And nobody's more upset about it than Tavion, who's like, come on, man, that's a pick 6.
Well, not only that, I mean, you couldn't have had a better pass than Antonio Lopez did right there. Standing tall.
Defense. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Standing tall in the pocket, waiting it out, waiting for somebody to come open, and just threw a P right where it needed to go. But the ball gets deflected and taken back to the house, and Brack catching an early break. That could have been 2 straight turnovers on 2 straight possessions.
Well, you see the speed after the catch by Tavion Jones.
Sam Houston. That's our first.
Sam Houston's going to take a timeout, and we'll take one and go down to the sidelines. And Mike Hernandez. Mike?
All right, I'm joined by Alfonso Alvarado, and he's the band director for Brackenridge. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, sir. Blessed tonight. Blessed.
Well, thank you for what you do. It's crazy trying to take care of. How many are in the band?
Right now, we're at total as 165, sir.
165. And then all that orchestrating, all that practice.
Definitely.
That's really a task. You have UIL coming up this weekend. You got a competition?
Yeah, we have what they call pre-UIL. What it is basically a warm-up to UIL. This weekend, we're at Drums Along the Medina, a traditional marching contest in San Antonio area. We'll be performing at 5 o'clock, so if you have some free time, want to hear some great music, come on out to Dragon Stadium and come support the Brack Eagle Band.
All right, and tonight, what are we going to be hearing?
Tonight, the name of the show is called Mad. It's original compositions, and so it's a show that basically uses different connotations of the word mad. So movement 1 is called Madly Insane. Movement 2 is Madly in Love, and then movement 3 is Madly in Rage. So we use the word mad in every movement, and our job as a band is to demonstrate that. So we'll see how we do.
Wow,
it's gonna be awesome.
That's pretty deep. I'll be watching.
Thank you, sir.
I won't get mad, though, if you don't
get mad.
Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Mike. And we are madly in love with High School Music Service, sponsoring our band cam again this year. Our thanks to the High School Music Service band cam. And as always, Thursday Night Lights proud to present and bring you the entire halftime shows for both bands. All right, so new life for the Brackenridge Eagles and their quarterback Antonio Lopez. Bringing in a tight formation for 3rd down and 2. Lopez keeps. They just plug ahead close to the 1st down. I believe he's got it.
Yeah, Don, I've been impressed, as we were last year, too, with the way Lopez throws the football. I mean, every throw he's made tonight, really, he's been right on the button. You want to play quarterback at any level? I mean, you look at the interceptions, but, a lot of this, too, is, it's hard to hang some of these on the quarterback.
Had a couple go off his receiver's hands here early in this ball game as he picks up another Gold's Gym 1st down at midfield. Lopez looks to his left. He's got King there. King across the 50, showing a good burst of speed to get out of bounds at the 42. DeAndre Thomas there for the tackle.
Yeah, Don, you said it, new life. I mean, nothing should give you new life like having a turnover overturned, and then now you're finally sustaining your first drive of the night.
2nd down and about 4 for Lopez. Again, Tyrus Mathis replacing Jonathan Lucas, who was injured. Mathis the back with him, but he wants to fire again. Got a man down the sideline. Good man-for-man coverage. Making a play on the ball was the guy that we had taken it to the house last time, Tavion Jones. But, wow, almost had another pick there. Justin Eaton, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Tavion Jones, I don't know that you could have had better coverage than that. Stride for stride with the receiver downfield, timed his leap perfectly, and quite frankly, got to give him the assist to the wide receiver there, making sure that it wasn't another interception.
3rd down and 4 for Lopez. Same formation, a little option pitch outside. Going to be close to the 1st down. Nice job by Tyrus Mathis. That might have been Tyreek Adair, and it is Adair who picks up the 1st down for the Eagles.
How about the speed of 44 Robert Bledsoe? Look at this kid close and make a play. Mercy.
Very nice. Ran him down from the other side. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. This side for King, got his man over the middle. Instead, caught down to the 20. Right at the 19 is Jalen Davis, the senior wide receiver, who already has 4 touchdowns this year and has 550 yards. An easy target to spot at 6'6", Also a great basketball player for Brackenridge.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, coaches were talking about, just his dexterity. I mean, he's some kind of football player, and obviously really good high school football player as well.
Chance Russell there to wrap up Lopez inside the Toe Juice red zone. Toe Juice, the ultimate skincare solution. But now they're outside the Toe Juice red zone just like that.
Garland Coleman and company, 77. You see these guys, Chance Russell. I'll tell you what, man, it is amazing how much pressure 4 guys can create all by themselves.
Second down, 15. Lopez, straight drop. Now he's scrambling. Now he's going to be sacked again. And this time is Jared Jordan in there.
Is that Jared Jordan or Reggie White?
Willie DeBro in there as well.
Look at this, just speed rushing off the edge. Got ourselves a quarterback sandwich in the backfield. Man, these guys are getting after it.
Fast off the snap, the Sam Houston defensive line is. Jared Jordan, not small at all at 6'3", 220. Athletes all over the field tonight. Good wide receiver looking crew here for Brackenridge with King, Davis. Lopez looks that way. Nice scramble again. Fires over the middle. That one's caught. That's Davis inside the Toe Juice red zone down to about the 18. A great throw and catch from Lopez to Davis.
Man, I'll tell you what, that looked big league right there. I mean, how about Antonio Lopez scrambling in and out of trouble, steps to his left and then throws a rocket right across the field, and there's our man 82 again, Jalen Davis.
First down for the Eagles. A fade route deep, and just a little miscommunication as King wasn't on the same page as his quarterback.
Let's talk about Davis, though, 82. I mean, he's got great hands. I mean, we've seen that already tonight. He's super sound. And Coach Hall told me, he said he's still growing into his body, if you can believe that. And I mean, I guess that's typical for most high school kids. But, boy, once this kid figures it all out, and he has already to some degree, you got yourself a fine football player right there. You already talked about his athletic ability playing basketball as well, but clearly a difference maker on the field.
So they turn it over on downs. Going for it there on 4th and 8. And so Prime has his receivers stacked left, throws this side. Brackenridge defense is all there to stop it before it got going to Trayvon Vaughn.
Yeah, it's the second time tonight that we've called Levante Montgomery. He's done a really good job sniffing some of this out. And that's what you have to do. When these guys try to do the quick hitter, man, you got to get over there and cover it quickly.
Second down and 11 for Prime. Now he sends 3 to the other side. Instead he hands to Harris. Ball right there near the marker. Maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage. Josh Leal there on the tackle. Freddie Scott on the carry.
Leal really squared him up. And a nice play right there and forcing Sam Houston to a 3rd and 10.
Chuck, you talked about how good Prime is in the classroom. Coach Brown giving him some leeway, checking his play sheet. Straight drop, scrambling, and he's sacked back around the 10-yard line. Big Steve Sandoval there to make a play.
How about that? Tell you what, Don, in this early going of this football game, we've seen a lot of nice defensive plays already. And obviously, Ramonte Prime, not an easy fellow to bring down, but 75 got him a QB sack.
290 pounds at 5'10", and showing a little agility there as well. Carry-on's the punter. King's back. Let this one bounce at 35. It's going to roll past the 45 and down at the 46-yard line. So Brackenridge is back in business in Sam Houston territory when we come back. Sam Houston over Brack 7-0. That's the end of the first quarter on Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. Welcome back to the Rock Pile, Alamo Stadium. The start of the second quarter here with Sam Houston leading Brack 7-0. Time for our Wilkes Air Conditioning and Heating first quarter highlights. Ramonte Prime looking left, throwing back right to his wide receiver Trenton Jones. Just a nice throw and catch to make it 7-0 Sam Houston, and that's all the scoring we had in the first quarter. Brackenridge has had a couple of opportunities, and they're on the move. But you can see Brack going backwards on the ground game. Lopez putting up 61 yards through the air. Actually leading the first down battle 4-2. It's first down for Lopez. In trouble, trying to get away, and then brought down right there. A nice job of hanging on was number 18. He's the big kid that we saw earlier tonight. And that's Jared Jordan, 6'3", 220.
Well, Antonio Lopez probably doing the right thing there. I mean, when you've got 4 guys from Sam Houston, I mean, I don't think they've blitzed yet. They've got 4 guys doing all the pressure. I mean, obviously, you got 7 DBs that are back there, and it's hard to find your guys when those 4 big guys up front are creating that much havoc.
Garland Copeland also there.
Here they come.
Second down and a mile, full-out blitz, middle screen, and it's dropped off the hands of Justin Eaton. Nice play design by Willie Hall, but just not quite executed. Could have been there with all the pressure that they sent.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that was the perfect play call against the blitz, and if they were able to make that connection, that thing was going to go for more than just a first down. And Willie Hall knows it. He knows it.
He's thinking about that right this very second on 3rd and about 23. Blitz coming again. Lopez running for his life. He's brought down right there. Number 21 for Sam Houston getting in on the tackle is Josh Harris. Chuck, you notice they got a lot of talented kids named Harris. No coincidence.
It's all in the name, brother.
That's right.
But I mean, for all the accolades that we heard about the Sam Houston offense, how about the defense? I mean, jeepers creepers, what a night they're having so far. You know, that's the difference in the ball game right now. Create an early turnover, give your team great field position, and then they stuck it in.
Trayvon Vaughn, Dwayne Brown back to receive the punt. Coming up to take it is Vaughn. He's dancing around. He's got some seam. He's got some space. It's across the 45 and out of bounds inside the Brackenridge 45. 10:22 to play, and Ramonte Prime's going to have a little field position for him as he comes on for another drive for the Hurricanes.
And return to the 44-yard line. First and 10.
And we'll see if the Brack defense can stone them again. Been impressed with both of these defenses so far, you know, and it's been a work in progress for the Brack defense all year long. I mean, they started with only 1 returning fella from last year, and they've been equal to the challenge so far.
Prime looks so much more comfortable than we saw him a couple years ago, throwing that little screen inside, and boom, with a seam to the 20, to the 15, and brought down right inside the 15 is Trayvon Vaughn, and you see the speed that we're talking about with this Sam Houston offense, a gain of 29 on the play.
And it's scary, isn't it, Don, when they get guys in space like that? I mean, you just a little dump pass, and look at the burst. I'll tell you what. Gutierrez, he's no slouch either with the burners there on the Brack side, pulling them down and saving the touchdown.
Prime throws a slant off the hands of the intended receiver as he throws it inside the Vantage College red zone. Vantage College, changing lives through education and job placement. Intended there for Tavion Jones. Kid who had the pick 6 earlier that was called back, playing both sides of the ball. Number of these Hurricanes going both ways tonight.
Isn't it interesting how many plays we've seen already that could have been big plays? Just got to find the ears out there.
Still can't get over the size of number 76, Kyrie Harris, on that Sam Houston offensive line. We got a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. Sam Houston on the move, and they lead it 7-0. Alamo Stadium, Church's Chicken, Thursday Night Lights.
All right, welcome back. Gold Financial Services are sponsors for our scholar athlete, and they sent a representative of the company tonight who happens to be an alumni of Brackenridge. You're just not wearing the shirt, right? This is Christine Tovar, and she's a proud graduate of Brackenridge just a couple of years ago, right?
Oh, yeah, just a couple.
So it must be very cool to work at a company that works in the community like this and then allows you to do something like this. It's got to be a big night for you.
It is. I love it. It's great. It's great to be here.
They're playing pretty well. Brackenridge is holding their own.
Yeah, they sure are. Yeah.
Okay, so you are still involved with Brack and the alumni, right?
Yes, I am. Every November we have a big dance to collect money for scholarships, and so we're a proud supporter of Brackenridge Eagles.
Did you play any sports when you were in high school?
Yes, I did. We played track.
Wow. Well, cool. Let's see. So ran probably on this field too.
Yes.
I'll bet. I know I did growing up too. All right. Again, we want to thank Gold Financial Service for all their support for Scholar Athlete. Thank you so much for joining us and spending some time with us. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. In the meantime, that was Ramonte Prime to Trenton Jones for a touchdown for Sam Houston. And just like that, the Hurricanes go up 13-0 with a chance to make it 14. And you're just seeing some great ad-libbing by Prime and then a good job to come back to the football by Jones. Wow, what a couple athletes. Snap is down, extra point is blocked, but play still live, and then ball still loose and fumbled by William Hall, the coach's son, with the block. And then Brackenridge recovers, so it's 13-0. All right, so Ramonte Prime adding to his touchdown total. That's his 24th of the season. Sam Houston leads it 13-0. We're back. Ramonte Prime and company with a 13-0 lead after a 5-play, 44-yard drive and 16-yard touchdown to Trent Jones. Tyreek Adair back to receive along with Paul Salazar and Johnny King. Ball's going to be taken by Justin Eaton at the 27. And Antonio Lopez and company trying to get on the board here. Again, a very potent offense on the year, but so far, no points to show for it tonight. Hey, as always, we want to tell you about our San Antonio Sports and CPS Energy All-Star Cheer Challenge. This year, 4 local cheer squads will get a chance to cheer in the San Antonio Sports High School All-Star Game presented by HEB. In January, Chuck and I will have the call. Army All-American Bowl week. If you're a cheer sponsor or administrator, go register right now. Registration is open. And what a slobber knock that was by Sam Houston defense. Tyreek Adair meet Jared Jordan.
Boy, was it ever.
Wow.
I mean, Tyreek Adair looked like he was going to have some room to navigate, but his guard got pushed right back into him, and that just set him up to get blasted. I mean,
almost had a targeting.
I can't say enough about what we're seeing from the front four of Sam Houston. I mean, they are just flat out getting after it.
Second down and 12, throw to this side. And making a nice move is Johnny King, who's a heck of an athlete. 2-sports star for Brackenridge. DeAndre Thomas there to make the tackle.
It kind of reminds you, Don, of the way, Seattle and San Francisco play their defense. If you've got 4 guys that can just get after the quarterback, I mean, it's amazing what you can do on the back end.
Big third down here for Lopez. You want to go have a little bit of momentum here in the first half. Looking for this side. It's tipped and almost intercepted. 2 Hurricanes close quickly on Justin Eaton. Jacoby Watkins was one of those, and Tavion Jones the other. Tavion Jones has been all over the field tonight, both sides of the ball.
Now, Sam Houston is good as advertised. I mean, we knew that we were going to see a lot from this 5-0 football team. Well, I'm just really impressed. I mean, they just really look cohesive on both sides of the football.
Punt is high and short. bounces at the 50, but takes a nice Brackenridge hop, and it's going to roll inside the 35 down to about the 33 and a half. And we'll send it down to Mike Hernandez. Mike?
All right, thank you, Don. I'm actually joined here by Bruce Adams, who's the band director for the Hurricanes. So you were telling me some of the music you guys are going to be performing tonight. It's going to be a little throwback evening, huh? You got my attention right away. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we're going to do a little, we call it funk and then some. We're going to do a little Shalimar in there, a couple of other, we're going to actually go back. Michael Jackson, do some early Michael Jackson from the late 70s and moving on forward to the 2000s.
Very nice.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. It's going to have a little show on the...
Oh, yeah, we do what we do.
Well, good. All right, well, listen, good luck to you.
Thank you
and I'm
very
looking
much.
forward to seeing the show. How long have you been band director?
This is my 9th year at Sam Houston.
Excellent.
And loving
excellent.
every minute of it.
Awesome. Well, you guys do a great job.
Thank you,
Always
sir.
enjoy your shows.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Breaking out some Shalimar.
Dude, I can't remember the last time I heard the word or the band name Shalimar. 7th grade, maybe?
I was breakdancing to it in 1982, I think.
There was no breakdancing in 1982.
Chris Kopp is our producer, telling us that he's got some cardboard in the truck. Don't tempt me. Don't make me pop and lock on y'all. Oh, boy. Shalimar. Wow, blast from the past. First down and 10 for Ramonte Prime. Straight drop now, running again for his life. Impressed with the way this kid can scramble, but even more impressed with Brackenridge's Levante Montgomery, who gets in there to bring him down.
Yeah, 31's having a heck of a ball game here. I mean, and we've seen this bait and switch time and time on the last series. Ramonte Prime doing that, little jab step and then going the other way. Well, this time 31 wasn't having any of it. Brought him down to the ground. It's a huge play by the Brack defense.
His second sack on the night for Montgomery. And it sets up second down and about a mile for Sam Houston. Prime, middle screen set up, got some space, across the 35, near the 40, Dwayne Brown. Pickup of about 7, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and long. Jerry Medina there on the tackle.
Yeah, 31 too, our man Montgomery. I mean, he's up there trying to make a play on the quarterback, comes back into the play and ends up helping to bring down the guy. 31 looks like a ball player to me.
Montgomery's a heck of a ball player as Prime sends 3 wide receivers to his right. He's got pressure again. He's running backwards. He loses the football at the 15. Jumps on it inside the 15. That's a loss of 24 yards as Brian Garcia ran him down. Looked like Bob Greasy going against Bob Lilly, Super Bowl 6.
Well, Brian Garcia says, hey, fool me once, shame on you. Not this time. This time, he absolutely read that move and maintained his gap integrity, forced Prime to go backwards, and then made a play. Good job by that young man. That's 2 series in a row where we've seen the offenses going the other way. I mean, sometimes your best offense is your defense.
I just realized how sad it was that I remember Super Bowl 6. Punt off the side of the foot for Sam Houston. Johnny King's back to return it, but it's not even close to being returnable as it bounces out of bounds right there at the 35. And so Brackenridge will have nice field position with 6:08 to play here in the half. And Antonio Lopez thinking he's got some momentum right now. Brackenridge is threatening.
Media timeout.
It's 13-0 right here on Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. We're back at Alamo Stadium, 6:08 to play here in the half. Sam Houston leads Bracken. Coming up, don't forget, we're going to see the Alamo Cycleplex halftime show. The Brackenridge band's going to perform their Mad Act, and the Sam Houston band's going to break out some Shalimar and Michael Jackson, so stick around for that, plus our Gold Financial Services Scholar Athletes. Little middle screen set up to John King, and he drops it. That's an incomplete pass. Jalen Davis, nice football. Jalen Davis with the drop.
And you're going to tell the viewers at home that during the commercial break, you were YouTubing the Shalimar video from back in the day?
Second time around. It was a nice little hit. A lot like Kool and the Gang. If you don't remember Shalimar, just think of Kool and the Gang. It's the same thing. Second down and 10. Quick slant. This time it's caught by King. Fights about 5 Hurricanes. not before he picks up about 8. Nice play by the big, tall receiver, King. I was watching him warm up today. What a great athlete. He was going up and getting everything thrown his way.
Yep, 20 catches on the year for 275 and a touchdown, and yeah, making a really nice grab there in traffic.
6'2", 3rd and 1. They got a first down on this before. This time it looks like Chance Russell and the Sam Houston defense pushed back the initial surge. And I think they're going to be short of about a yard. A yard and a half. Garland Coleman's done a wonderful job tonight. That's his 4th tackle.
All these guys up front. Like the steel curtain.
4th down and 2. Brack going for it. Lopez gonna throw it. Got a man, caught, that's the sticks. First down going high is Johnny King.
Johnny King making his 2nd big catch on this drive. It was Johnny King moving the sticks on those 2 plays. How about this? Coming back for the football, and
he wants the stick.
Making the play and hanging on.
A big Gold's Gym first down for Johnny King, who's been one of the most impressive kids out here tonight. 1st and 10. Knocking on the door is Lopez and the Eagles. Going to throw it his way again, and King just lost his balance as it sailed over his head. He's trying to back up, but I think Willie Hall's onto something. Hey, this kid wants it. This kid wants to play tonight. Let's get him to football.
Yeah, he just lost his footing there a little bit. It's tough to stay on your feet when you get tackled by the turf monster.
2nd down 10. Lopez, pressure. Wants the receiver to take off. He gets out of bounds near the stick. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
That's what you got to like about Antonio Lopez, and you can see the quarterback savvy and just the veteran signal caller in him. Back there, pocket is collapsing. His eyes are still downfield, and then he's trying to direct traffic once he gets free. Sees nobody open and tries to make the most of a bad situation.
3rd down and 9. Lopez, straight drop, throws over the middle. Looked over the middle, threw it to the outside. Davis has it. Nice pickup on the play of about 8. It's going to be a manageable 4th down. Or they may want to kick it. Josh Harris, the linebacker, making the tackle.
Playing a little soft on the back end here, trying to keep everything in front of him is Sam Houston. And right now, looks like if you do that with Antonio Lopez, he may pick you apart if you can't get any pressure up front. So the Brackenridge offensive line doing a really nice job of giving him a throwing lane right there.
4th down inside the Vantage College red zone. Fade route, deep, far side, and incomplete, but we've got pass interference as 2 flags fly. I think they're going to get DeAndre Thomas, as the ball was intended for Johnny King.
You know, really, Don, you see this, you know, obviously cornerback is probably the toughest position to play on the defensive side of the football in terms of trying to guard somebody and you don't really know where the ball is, but great coverage. You just got to turn around and find the football, but it's an easy call when you've got your back to the quarterback.
We'll go down and listen to the call.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 7. The ball will be placed on the 2. First down.
So now the Eagles really threatening inside our Vantage College red zone. Vantage College changing lives through education and job placement. You just got to get the head around. You get the head around, you make the play.
I mean, he's right there, step for step. There's no question. It's great coverage. Just got to turn around.
Empty backfield for Lopez, who actually has Mathis standing next to him. Walking in for the touchdown is Lopez. And he's a little slow to get up. It's his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year, but the Brackenridge Eagles are on the board thanks in part to some nice play by Johnny King and a big penalty that got him knocking on the door.
No, Antonio Lopez, as you pointed out, with only his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year, doesn't like to do it very often, but he's doing a little read option there and decided, okay, I'm just going to take it myself, and got in there. But what a nice drive and a nice bounce back drive for Brack as they make this a 1-score game.
Lopez will hold for Gomez. His extra point is up and it's good. And it's 13-6, so we've got ourselves a football game here in the first half. Sam Houston leads on Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. Welcome back to Alamo Stadium. Sam Houston leads Brack 13-7. 3:35 to play here in the first half at the Rock Pile. And those kids right there dancing to Shalimar. That's exactly what they were doing. No, they wouldn't know Shalimar. They had to. But they're happy. Part of our UIW Smile Cam, the University of the Incarnate Word, earn a degree of difference at the UIW. Incarnate Word, proud to sponsor Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights again. Grateful to them for their support over the years. As you look at the drive, Antonio Lopez now 10 for 17 for 88 yards and a rushing touchdown. Talked about in the newspaper this week, this kid's leadership ability and how he went from a freshman who was a little gun shy when he got thrown into the game after Ramon Richards got hurt. Kid who's playing now at Oklahoma State. And now he's passing the torch down. You see a burst of speed from Tavion Jones, who's still on his feet, across the 35, almost to the 40-yard line, but talked a lot about passing that torch down to the quarterbacks who were coming up behind him.
Again, Antonio Lopez is getting some looks from small colleges, and Coach Willie Hall said right now it's just talk, but I mean, he looks like he's a legit next-level player. I mean, he manages the game very well. You could tell he's got a certain feel to him, as does our man Ramonte Prime. So, I mean, it's really kind of cool. You get to see, we've seen a lot of good quarterbacks this year, but these two guys are special as well.
And Patrick Brown told you that Ramonte is as good as a couple of kids that he had that went D1.
Yeah, he had 3 guys D1 quarterbacks, 2 guys that went to UTEP and 1 kid from Nevada, and he said Ramonte's better than all 3 of them.
Look at the speed on the jet sweep by Dwayne Brown. Cross midfield, all the way down to the 40 before Lamonte Montgomery runs him down. But wow, another burst, a 20-yard gain. Dwayne Brown, just speed, as Barry Switzer used to say, there's no substitute for it. You recruit it, you can't teach it, and Sam Houston's got it. First down and 10, near the 40, coming this way on the same type of call. Doing a nice job to come up and make the tackle on Trayvon Vaughn. It's number 20 for Brackenridge, Joshua Leal.
Yeah, Brian Garcia, 93, gets all the credit in the world. Boy, he shot through that gap like he was fired out of a gun. Really disrupted that play at the point of attack. I'm really impressed by both of these defenses, Don. This is not what I thought we were going to be seeing tonight. And, you know, we talked about how veteran savvy the Sam Houston defense was, but this Brack team looks like it's growing up right before our very eyes.
Prime hands off to Harris, going nowhere. In on the tackle for the Brackenridge defense, Charles Compion, one of the guys there.
Yeah, I mean,
Devontae Montgomery, another Montgomery who had to name a player of the game right now would be him.
Yeah, I mean, 93, 92, 75, Sandoval, Tovar, and Garcia. All those guys are seniors, but again, they're seniors in name alone. A lot of these guys didn't get a lot of experience until just this year. So, you know, it's kind of been a work in progress, with Brackenridge only having 1 returning starter from last year.
Third down, we'll call it 11 for Prime. He's got a man wide open and just kind of underthrew him as Tavion Jones tried to get back across the middle. Good coverage there, prevented him from turning that route on a sharper angle towards the middle of the field to come back for the football.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's tough to throw the football when once again, 31, Levante Montgomery is in there disrupting it, getting Prime off of his little spots that he likes to throw the ball from.
So they're going for it on 4th and 11. Prime looks like he's changing the play. In fact, it looks like he's getting the play from his sheet. Straight drop, going over the middle and incomplete. Sam Houston wanted a pass interference call, but it's not there. Trenton Jones a little upset with the coverage, but falls incomplete, and Brack's going to take over down 13-7, and with 1:31 on the clock to try to tie this thing up or go ahead.
Yeah, Javier Arispe was there, I thought, stride for stride over there, number 9, doing a really good job on the coverage right there. And you can try to bait the officials all you want, but that's just good, clean defense. Nowhere to go with the football.
Hey, you can help a local school take home that $2,500 band grant. It's all based on votes. Stay tuned for the halftime show for information on how to vote for your favorite band. The $2,500 band grant made possible by Vulcan Materials Company, as this one's thrown out into the flat, in some space and running hard. It's Tyrus Mathis. Again, he's backing up Lucas, who's hurt tonight. Trayvon Vaughn's there to push him out of bounds.
And all of a sudden, Brack is starting to find a little success here with the short passes, Don, as you pointed out in the last series.
Second down and less than 5. Lopez wants to throw again. He's got a man on the near side. Again, got the same guy across the 45 as Tyrus Mathis. Tavion Jones there to make the tackle. Mathis doing a nice little job taking what they're giving him out of the backfield.
Well, that's one of those plays, too, you know. You got your quarterback back there, and he's looking downfield, and he's looking towards the right side of the field, and then all of a sudden he has to throw back left. If he could have hit him in stride there, that might have gone for a little bit further than it did.
He comes out. Lopez scrambles, fires to the near side. Jalen Davis makes the catch. Nice catch right at the 40. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Vaughns was there to knock him out of bounds.
Big league. Big league play by Antonio Lopez, avoids the pressure and then, you know, has to adjust his feet and then has to throw across the field, and then, you know, an outstanding job as well by Jalen Davis coming back for that football.
Boy, Davis made a great catch off the edge of his fingertips as Lopez looks to fire again. Now he's pressured and he's sacked, and lucky the ball didn't come out as he was thrown into his own lineman by Garland Coleman, who is all over the field tonight.
Once again, 4 guys, that's all Sam Houston is sending. And Antonio Lopez, you know, he had to load. He was going to throw and then tucked it back under, but the second time he tried to reload, 88 got himself a quarterback sack.
Brackenridge called timeout with 25 seconds left on the clock. So if you were watching that clock tick down, then we're going to have 25 when we come back. So good clock management by the Eagles to stop it right there. We still have 2 left. They try to get more on the board before the half. Hey, I'm flying to El Paso tomorrow, Chuck. Going to call the game with Jay Howard on our sister station, the CW35. UTSA looking for their first win of the season, but they've had a monstrous schedule. K-State, Oklahoma State, Arizona, Colorado State. UTEP, they're thinking that's a game they can win. And we'll have it for you on the sister station, the CW35 right here. Sister station to our station, News 4 WOAI, and Chuck on Fox 29. The Sinclair family of networks.
Yeah, how about the University of the Incarnate Word giving UTEP a game last week? Probably should have beat them. I mean, dominated them in a lot of ways.
Lopez going deep over the middle, got a man caught. Still fighting for that first down marker is Davis, and he's going to be real close. Going to be about a foot short. DeAndre Thomas there. But because he made such a great effort, the officials are going to have to use a timeout to measure, or they're going to charge Brack with one here. All right.
Second timeout.
You see so many receivers, Don, time and time again, that the first time they feel contact, they go down. And that's the end of the play, but really nice job there by Davis, fighting for each and every foot that he could try to get and make this 4th and about a foot with 13 seconds left to go in the first half.
All right, you want a play call here? You still got one in your pocket. Twice on 4th down, you've lined up with that heavy package and you've run Lopez on a sneak. Line up tight like that and release somebody and throw it over the top.
That's what the Green Bay Packers would do, because they all think you're only worried about that 1 foot.
That's right.
You got a chance to maybe break one downfield, but well, it looks like
they're going to go with a 2-back formation here
Sam
on 4th
Houston's
down.
playing 2 deep as well.
They are. Sam Houston's got it covered. 4th and about 2 feet for Lopez. They try to draw him off. Now takes it, lunges forward, and I believe he's got it. Ball was taken away there at the end of the play, but the whistles blew. I heard him from here.
They are hot on the Sam Houston sideline.
Willie DeBrow going the distance, but we heard whistles up here after forward progress. Be interesting to look at this.
Yeah, and that's always a tricky situation when you have a play like this because, yeah, once forward progress is stopped, the play is supposed to be over. So anything after that.
Forward progress is stopped before the fumble.
And there you go. It always looks bad, but let's take a look. He's still moving his feet. Still moving his feet, but man,
wow.
I don't know.
That's a touchdown the other way because forward progress was not stopped and he would have had the first down. Instead, they take the, I guess, 6 of one, half dozen the other. But if you're Sam Houston, you're thinking you got 6 points there. He was still churning and he was still getting yards. Interesting. 5 seconds to play here in the half. Sam Houston leads it 13-7. Chuck, you said Sam Houston coaches were hot on the sideline. They should be.
Yeah, it's one of those, Don. You know, you get a play like this, maybe you play here and a play there, and you hope it ends up not costing you at final analysis. But there's still a lot of football left here, and now see if Sam Houston can make another play and at least get off the field here.
They've got so many electric players.
Oh, they didn't even give him the first down?
No. They stopped the progress right at the 40. They're going to get it to their guy in space, in speed. That's Trayvon Vaughns, and he knows he's got to make it play or out of time, and he runs out of time and runs out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the half. Tyreek Adair there to push him out, and it's 13-7 Hurricanes at the end of the half. We thought it might be something like, I don't know, 35-28 by this time, but got to tip your cap to the defense. Let's go down to the sidelines and Mike Hernandez. Mike?
All right, Coach, hard-fought first half. What'd you think? Well, you know, it's two teams that don't like each other getting after it, and they have a great game plan, and we're playing a little sloppy. We need to get that cleaned up in the second half.
A couple of defensive touchdowns, callback, that's got to be tough to swallow.
Well, you know, when you're a fat guy like me, you know, your heart kind of comes out of your chest a little bit, but you know what? Our kids have got to learn to overcome that kind of stuff, and, I mean, both the calls were reasonable, I thought.
Well, good luck in the second half, sir.
Appreciate
enjoying the game.
Awesome.
Good seeing some levity there by the coach and able to shrug that off. Hey, when we come back, it's going to be our Alamo Cycleplex halftime show, and you know how good that is. We'll hear from both bands. It's 13-7, Sam Houston over Brackenridge on Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. We're back with the halftime show right after this.
Welcome to the Alamo Cycleplex halftime show.
All right, it's time for the Alamo Cycleplex halftime show. Sam Houston leads Brack 13-7. Time to send it down to the field in our Brackenridge marching band.
The captain of the cheerleaders is Genesis Aramburu. And the co-captain is Stephanie Estrada. Cheerleader of the week is Miss Mina Renteria. The purple jackets are under the direction of Miss Jenna Winterfoot and Miss Julia Alvarado. Eagle Marching Band, take the field. Leading the band are drum major Cynthia Mata and Eduardo Estrada. Congratulations to the section of the week, the Tuba. The 2015-2016 Eagle Band Show is entitled Mad. Music by Gary Jules.
Very nice job by the Brackenridge Marching Band. If you'd like to vote for them in our Vulcan Materials Company Band Grant Challenge, just text Band 9 to 45203. That's Band 9 without any spaces. For complete texting guidelines, go to the cw.tv/TNL. $2,500 band grant is made possible by Vulcan Materials Company. When we come back, we'll hear the Shalimar and Michael Jackson from the Hurricanes Band. Sam Houston leads Brack 13-7 at the half on Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. the beautiful skyline of downtown San Antonio, the backdrop here on Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights as Sam Houston leads Brack 13-7. You know, each week we recognize some great, hard-working kids with our Scholar Athletes of the Week. As always, here's tonight's presented by Gold Financial Services.
Representing Sam Houston High School, this is Rita Davis, captain of the varsity volleyball team.
I love volleyball. That is my favorite sport ever. I am senior class president. I was so excited when I got that too. It was really stressful doing the elections and the campaigning.
But what you may not know,
I'm a wonderful singer in the shower.
From leading her entire senior class and varsity volleyball team and being president of NHS, she owes her success to one person, her mom.
She I can't explain it. She's wonderful. I love her a lot. I don't want to cry on camera. I can't explain it. It's a lot. She does a lot for me. And with it just being her, she does an amazing job.
With the guidance from her mom, Rita wants to pursue the world of television.
I plan to play volleyball in college, and I want to major in mass communications, so this is like a great opportunity right here, being on camera.
Ishay Malone is our scholar athlete from Brackenridge High School. She's ranked 18 out of 453 students, enjoys John Legend, and loves
pancakes with bananas in them and a whole bunch of syrup.
Yum. Ishay is on 3 varsity teams this year. That's a lot, but guess who's keeping her motivated?
My family, all of them, because I feel like they're so successful, so it pushes me to, get to their limit, be successful as well.
Her biggest accomplishment is, well, exactly where she is.
Making it to where I am right now. All of the hard work with school, with athletics, bringing me here.
She comes from a background around media, though her career goals, they're a little different.
I plan on studying pre-med and biology. Media's kind of been a hobby, and medical, I feel like it's what I want to do. I want to aid people, do different things, help them out. I was looking at Xavier of Louisiana, also Texas A&M, College Station, different places, Rice University.
Wherever she ends up, she plans on continuing her love for track. Congrats to our Gold Financial Services scholar athletes, Rita and Ishay.
You're watching the Alamo Cycleplex Halftime Show.
The Alamo Cycleplex Halftime Show continues. The Sam Houston Hurricane Marching Band onto the field. Do these guys look just like FAMU's band? Florida A&M or what? They got the uniforms, got the colors, and they had me at Shalimar. Let's listen, shall we?
ready for a night to remember.
Please join me in welcoming the 2015-2016 Sam Houston Twister. Now, Hurricanes, get out of your seats and on your feet and get ready to shake your groove.
All right, no offense to the other bands we've had all year, but I'm texting my vote for the Sam Houston Marching Band to Band 10 at 45203. You want to vote for Sam Houston? Hey, anybody who plays Shining Star by Earth, Wind & Fire. That's Band 10 without any spaces. For complete texting guidelines, go to cw35.tv/TNL. The $2,500 band grant made possible by Vulcan Materials Company. Chuck, by the way, shaking his groove thing. But we won't show it to you. We're coming back in a 13-7 ball game on Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights.
Thanks for watching the Alamo Cycleplex halftime show. Now, stay tuned for the second half of tonight's game.
We're back at Alamo Stadium where Sam Houston leads Brack 13-7. Time now for our Window Depot halftime highlights. 3 touchdowns on the game. The first one was Ramonte Prime to Trenton Jones, and that made it 6-0. Made it 7-0. This one made it 13-0 when Jones comes back to the football to put Sam Houston up 2 touchdowns, but Antonio Lopez scored before the half. Brack got their extra point, and that's where we leave it at 13-7. Taking a look at our halftime highlights. Boy, the ground game is going nowhere for both teams. Good defense by both. And Chuck, pretty evenly matched, just like the score would indicate.
No, it's been a whale of a ball game, and you're right. These defenses have both done an unbelievable job countering what we thought was going to be and what we know to be 2 high-powered offenses. As you look at the total yards, almost dead even. First downs, turnovers, penalties, everything looking good. I mean, we were set up for a really good second half of football here on the CW.
All right, Sam Houston led by Ramonte Prime, who now has 24 touchdowns on the year, and Antonio Lopez is leading that Brack offense. Calling the name of a lot of good defensive players tonight. And we've had guys all over the field making tackles. Sam Houston's band, fantastic, as was the Brack band. Both teams trying to make their way back onto the field. Been real impressed with Levante Montgomery, talking about one of those defensive studs for Brackenridge. And then up front for Sam Houston, Garland Copeland and Chance Russell have made life miserable most of the night for Lopez. Let's head down to Mike Hernandez, who's down there on the sidelines, who caught up with Coach at halftime. Mike?
Yeah, I got a hold of Coach Hall as he were coming out of the halftime area there. He said they were very happy with the defense. He thought they played well, but he did caution that Sam Houston is a big play offense and can score from any part of the field. But as far as what they had done so far, he was satisfied. He didn't think the offense finished the drives very well, or this game could have gone very easily the other way, and he thinks it could be ahead. So he's very satisfied. He says he's not surprised at what he saw out of his kids in the first half. And I'll tell you one last thing. I also got a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator briefly, and he said they're going to come up with a different set of blitz packages for the second half to try to give him a different look. Now, they kept the quarterback on his toes and wouldn't let him really get into a groove for most of that first half. Let's see if they can continue that pressure as we hit the second half of football.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. And Coach Chuck, you know coaches make a lot of adjustments at halftime. What do you expect to see from both teams offensively after both kind of struggled in the first half?
Well, I mean, you're going to have to make some adjustments offensively. I don't think there's any question about that. I mean, if you're Brack, I think you know you have your hands full. I mean, Sam Houston is getting a ton of pressure by just rushing 4 guys. And, you know, it's going to be imperative that they hold the pocket to allow Antonio Lopez to make his throws. And they've had a lot of success with the check down throws. So, you know, maybe Sam pressures even more, at least with their corners, and try to bring some people up a little bit. Now, on the other side of the football, you know, Brack, I'm a little surprised, quite honestly. I mean, you know, especially early on in the year, their defense was giving up a lot of points, a lot of yards, and I think it's really impressive to see how Willie Hall has kind of built this defense, and really these kids are gaining confidence, I think, you know, maybe by the moment. They had a big second half last week. They got themselves a win, finally get into the win column. Now they're in league play. They're playing one of the most talented offenses in town. And to do what they did on defense, if you're Brack, you've got to be brimming with confidence, I would think, going into these last 2 quarters of this football game.
Well, I tell you what they're not going to do. They're not going to have their quarterbacks run the football. Lopez has 12 carries for minus 42 yards. Prime has 3 carries for minus 43 yards.
And both of these defenses are doing a really good job, especially setting the edges with their pressure. You know, if the quarterbacks are going to run, they're going to have to run up the middle, and they're not allowing guys to get too far outside. Prime's made a couple of plays. He did, especially on that second TD drive, where he made a little jab step and then broke back to his other way and then made a throw. But after they got burned on that drive by a couple of plays, they've done a really nice job of keeping him between the tackles.
Sam Houston will receive the second half kickoff after deferring in the first half, and they have so much speed back there to burn. When you start talking about their kickoff return, Trayvon Vaughns, Tavion Jones, Dwayne Brown, number 3, so speedy as well. Getting to the 25, and look at the burst of speed is across the 50 and still on his feet to the 49-yard line and deep into Brackenridge territory is Brown. 30-yard return.
He doesn't wait around or mess around, does he? Got the ball and went.
Speed, speed, speed. Said that a couple of times tonight regarding Dwayne Brown. They got it all over the place. Jawan Anderson, Trent Jones, Trayvon Vaughns.
You know, I've been really impressed with what Brack has done in this football game, and you just can't say enough about the ball game some of these guys have had on the Brack side. I mean, 31. I mean, how many times have we called his number tonight?
Montgomery, a fantastic player, is a quick slant. Brown wasn't even looking for it. A little miscommunication there. It sets up second down and 10.
Well, you know, that was one of the keys to the game. You know, they want to put some pressure on the quarterback, and once again, Brack sending quite a few bodies to put some pressure on Ramonte Prime, and 31, Levante Montgomery once again disrupting the play early on before it could really get started.
Levante Montgomery having a fantastic night for the Brackenridge Eagles. On second down and 10 from midfield for Ramonte Prime. Different formation, a little reverse coming this way. More speed and space across midfield, down the sideline, and knocked out of bounds is Trayvon Vaughns. And a nice play call as Joshua Leal pushes him out, but not before he picks up a first down. However, there is a flag on the play. It's a game of 15.
but the Sam Houston body language says it's coming back.
Illegal block in the back on the offense. Number 3, 10-yard penalty.
Well, Don, as you said, I mean, the play's coming back, but got to tip your cap to both teams. I mean, you're right. Sam Houston's got so much speed, but really Brack did a really nice job. I mean, sometimes when you see a ball change sides of the field like that quickly, you see guys that are out of position, but Brack was there. They had 2 guys there that could have stopped that play.
2nd down and 9 for Prime, who keeps it himself, called keeper, dives across for a pickup of about 5. Joshua Leal, number 20 again there for the tackle. And Leal has been there with Montgomery most of the night, stopping this Sam Houston offense when they've been able to stop them.
They had some nice kick out blocks there. I mean, Joseph Jones, Tavion Thomas getting out there and finding some bodies to at least, you know, turn that into a nice little chunk of yardage there. 5 yards on the pickup.
3rd down and 5, big play here for the Sam Houston offense as they want to keep the drive alive. Called run again for Prime. He's got the 1st down and more across the 40 to about the 37-yard line. And I said they weren't going to run their quarterbacks. They're doing just the opposite. They're trying to get him untracked as Damian Sherwood was there to make the tackle.
A little ball control now from Sam Houston as we begin the 2nd half. And you see Prime, he's just so special in the open field. Defender, they're right there to try to tackle him there and stop that play cold, but he still was able to get upfield and make a play.
With the seam down the sideline, knocked out at the 21-yard line is Travion Vaughn. Javier Arispe knocks him out of bounds, but not before he picks up another Gold's Gym 1st down.
And that's one of the big differences from last year's Sam Houston team to this year's Sam Houston team under Coach Brown. They like to go a lot more up-tempo than they have in years past.
1st and 10 at the 21. Little jet sweep that way to the speedster Brown, and Brown's going to score. Touchdown to Wayne Brown and the Sam Houston Hurricanes. A 21-yard jet sweep has put Sam Houston up 2 touchdowns.
You know, you can set the edge as a defense, and you look like you might be able to make a play, but sometimes the other guy's just faster than you are.
We've seen that burst from him in spurts all night long, and he's just faster than everybody else out there. Thomas Jones on to add the extra point. And it's up, and it's good, and the Hurricanes extend their lead. Sam Houston on top of Brackenridge. 10:21 to play here at Alamo Stadium. Seeing some offensive excitement on Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights.
Tonight's broadcast in high definition is brought to you by the Law Office of Ramon Cervantes.
We're back at Alamo Stadium where Sam Houston leads Brack 20-7. That drive took 6 plays and 50 yards. Brown with the score, showing just incredible speed. We've seen bursts from him most of the night. Dwayne Brown, his 4th touchdown of the year. He's also got a rushing touchdown. Paul Salazar and Tariq Adair back to receive the kick. It's taken short. Steven Martinez with it up across the 40. And that's where Lopez and company will take over, looking to cut this back to a 1-score game.
Well, if you're Coach Brown and Sam Houston, you have to like what you saw. I mean, he went into the halftime locker room. He wasn't real thrilled with how his team executed offensively, but the old ball coach from the Washington Redskins back in the day used to say first drive of the 2nd half usually sets the tone for the 2nd half, and what a methodical drive by Sam Houston going down and getting the punch.
Fred Jones in at tailback for the first time tonight for Brack. Lopez looks over the defense on 1st and 10. Fakes it to Jones, keeps it himself, trying to get outside. Does, and gets to the sidelines after a gain of about 3.
Now you're seeing Sam with a lot of press coverage there, right there.
Lopez just kind of taking what the defense gave him. Sets up 2nd down and 7. Also showed some quick feet as he got outside of Garland Coleman, who is a heck of an athlete, who's had a big night for that Sam Houston defensive front. He's got Jalen Davis and King to his right. Looks left instead. Now he's pressured and throws over here into the flat to Jones. Across the 50. Jones breaks a tackle to the 45, still on his feet. To about the 47-yard line. Fred Jones for the first time tonight with a 14-yard pickup, and DeAndre Thomas there to bring him down. And Fred Jones, one of those guys who back in the rotation after the injury to Jonathan Lucas. Tyrus Mathis has been the back most of the game, but they bring Mathis back in now. And they split King and Davis wide right. Nice play by the youngster there, Fred Jones.
Completely unaccounted for over there, and then really, how about him turning upfield and getting 5 or 10 extra yards?
Just a junior. This time they hand it to Mathis. Plunges forward for about 2.
And that's really, if you're Brock, this is what you have to do. I mean, if they're only going to have a front of 4 and you're spreading the offense like that, you've got to be able to run the football.
Brack's coaching staff said they wanted to run the football, if nothing else, to run clock and keep it out of the hands of Vermonte Prime. Lopez, though, looks to throw here and now keeps. Now a little shuffle pass forward to Mathis, and boy, great improvisation, a little Romo-like right there as he went forward close to a 1st down.
Yeah, that's a little Brett Favre junk in the trunk right there. I mean, what great feel Antonio Lopez has for the position, doesn't he? He just kind of feeling the pressure and then gets himself out of trouble and then sees the guy closing in on him and doesn't have time to load, but he does have time to shuffle pass. And
number 18, a penalty is declined. 1st down.
He's able to pick up the 1st down on the play. Really nice job.
Nice play right there by Antonio
Lopez.
And
the Eagles with a 1st down.
Offside was the call on Sam Houston. He's got his tall targets to the right. That's Davis and King. Inside handoff to Mathis, who's drilled, but not before he picks up about 3 yards. And Coleman in there again. 88's had a big night.
Well, he's not the only one.
You just look at athletes across the board. Size and speed of these young guys. Jair, Jordan, another one of those big guys at 6'3", 210. Throw out in the flat right here, and footsteps were coming, and Tyrus Mathis hurt him. I don't blame him.
Yeah, that's the first time really we've seen Sam Houston all night. You know, having the zone right there and making sure that if they were going to check somebody down, they were going to be able to make a play. And man, looks like he's shaken up a little bit.
Jair Jordan was there running him down. Jacoby Watkins is the Hurricane that left. Straight drop for Lopez, and he's sacked, and Coleman's there again. Garland Coleman making a play for player of the game tonight. He has been all over the place.
You got the speed and you got the power, and that was just brute strength right there. Just beats his man. And it is awful tough if you want to play quarterback at this level when you've got that kind of pressure when you drop back.
You know, early in the ball game, Chuck, I gave credit to a couple of other tacklers when it was Garland Coleman and didn't call his name. I think maybe somebody told him, because we're calling his name on about every play now. Don't worry, young man. You've shown up even though I messed it up early.
He's the original 88.
Punt's going to be taken inside the 10. Actually, a good job by the Sam Houston special teams to let it bounce. And they're going to spot it at the 1-yard line. Is making a play down there was Jerry Medina. I thought he carried the ball with him into the end zone. How are they going to spot that there?
I think it's a dead ball as soon as it's touched.
Really?
At this level.
Learn something new every day. I don't watch enough high school football, I guess. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's 20-7 Sam Houston. 7:33 to play. You see Ramonte Prime talking himself up. I can go 99. So he says he's got to go 99 and then some, as the Hurricanes are backed up inside their 1. As Prime goes back to pass and throws a route down the sideline. Got a man, and it's caught, and he's gone. This is going to be a 99-yard touchdown to Jawan Anderson. 99 and a half, as Dandy Don would say. Touchdown, Hurricanes, as they break it open here, 26-7. His first catch of the night goes 99 plus.
How about that? Brack bringing the house. Prime standing tall in the pocket. Really, I thought pretty good coverage downfield. He's got a taller receiver making a play. Prime throwing off his back foot. Kids juggling and jostling for the ball. 14 comes down with it, and then it's Katie bar the door.
He's 6'3", and he used his height right there. And Chuck, that's the longest touchdown pass in San Antonio high school football history, and it can never be broken. Now, it might tie others, but there can't be one longer. That ball was spotted inside the 1-yard line.
We've been kind of waiting for this all night for Sam Houston to break out the big plays, and probably when you least expect it, they go for the jugular right off the bat. But this is what they like to do under Coach Brown, man. They're not afraid to do anything, even deep in their own end zone.
Little high snap and running for his life. They scream fire, trying to get outside, but that one's not going to go. So it's going to be 26-7, Sam Houston, after Jawan Anderson's 99-yard touchdown for the Hurricanes. We told you we'd have some fireworks on Thursday Night Lights. We'll be back with Sam Houston on top. Welcome back to Alamo Stadium. Sam Houston has taken a 26-7 lead over Brackenridge, thanks to Ramonte Prime seriously padding his stats on one throw. It's our Mr. Sparky electrifying play of the week. Got a man, and it's caught, and he's gone. This is going to be a 99-yard touchdown to Jawan Anderson. Jawan Anderson going the distance, and that is our Mr. Sparky electrifying play. Man, what a play.
Yeah, it really was. Just a kid going up and making something happen. I mean, it was a great throw, there's no doubt, but I thought William Hall did a nice job saying stride for stride with a wide receiver there, and almost, that ball could have gone the other way as well.
So the Hurricanes will kick it off. It's going to be another kick taken inside the 15 by King. King's got some room across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And Brackenridge and Lopez trying to get on track here. Their offense hasn't gotten going much. And, on the outset, Patrick Brown, the coach of Sam Houston, said he was looking forward to seeing what his defense could do. He said, we haven't played a team that plays like this, and I'm excited about what our defense can do. And so far, his defense has lived up to the billing, giving up only 7 points here against Brad.
Yeah, I mean, it's league play, two teams that are really familiar with one another, and Coach Brown talked a lot about the fact that he felt like it was going to be a physical ball game, which we've seen quite a bit of tonight. So yeah, as good as Sam Houston has been, and obviously their record would indicate it, this is probably as good a test as they've had all year.
We've got an injury on the field, so while they deal with that, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Chuck McIntyre, a charter member of the CW Club. Good to see Johnny King run off the field under his own power. He's been a star for Brackenridge tonight. Being attended to there on the sideline as Lopez drops on first down. They got a little center screen set up to Jones, but it's going nowhere. Guess who? There again was Jair Jordan. Chuck, he's a special player.
No, he really is, Don. He came to Sam Houston before the school year started, and he comes from Cedar Hill. We talk about how great Cedar Hill has been, state champs a couple of times over, and this kid is such a great athlete, Don. He's playing with a broken hand and still making plays like his buddy Coleman. But 18 is a wide receiver, and you see the big billy club he's got on his right hand, and Coach Brown tells us he's the best deep snapper he's ever seen But right now, because of the limited mobility with the broken hand, he's just a big defensive end. But he came here because his mom is deployed. And, you know, we certainly hope maybe she's checking us out on the internet tonight. But what a great story. The kid's been, you know, a leader on the team. Everybody knows that he's coming from a winning program. He's been a leader in the weight room that's really helped out, you know, kind of guide the other kids. And maybe the coolest thing of all, Jair Jordan rides a skateboard to school every day.
That is
I mean,
cool.
look at this kid, man. He's ripped.
Yeah, he's 6'3", 215, and 88 right there, making a serious play for our Player of the Game award. Garland Copeland with his 3rd sack tonight, not to mention about 4 other solo tackles.
So, you know, when this kid gets his hand all healed up, he's going to see some time on the offensive side as well. But right now, even with the injury, I mean, how many times have we called his number tonight?
He's got to be recruited, huh?
Oh, I would think so, without a doubt. You know, he's not the only one on this squad. And that's going to pick up. I mean, even for Ramonte Prime and some of these other guys. I mean, when people see the stats of some of these kids, you know, Prime, I think, went 13 or 14 from a ball game the other night. And they kind of took their foot off the gas because they're not going to try to run anybody up or run it up to score. And, I mean, some of these kids are really starting to post some huge, just sick numbers.
What's it say about him to be a team captain? He comes off the edge there. There he is again. It's your guy, Jair Jordan. Just a monster. What does it say? Come in from another program as a senior and be elected captain. That's kind of making an impression right off the bat.
Well, I mean, this kid is everything and more. And Coach Brown, you know, he's new to the program too. But, you know, he said, man, you get a team as talented as I have, and then all of a sudden this kid shows up at your doorstep with his dad and his grandparents moving down here while his mom serves the country. You know, what a great gift.
We'll take him. Yeah, come on out for football. Come on out for football, young man. Punt's going to bounce at about the 40. Sam Houston's going to have it inside Brack territory, leading 26-7. We got 5:19 to play here in the 3rd quarter, and the Hurricanes trying to break it open after that 33-yard punt. You're watching Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights on the CW35.
And welcome back. I want to give everybody a quick reminder. The San Antonio Sports All-Star Cheer Challenge, powered by CBS. Cheer sponsors and school administrators can visit CW35.tv and register. Now, the way this works is 4 local high school cheer squads will win the opportunity to actually cheer at the San Antonio Sports High School All-Star Football Game, and that happens on January. That's going to be January 9th, which is a Saturday.
All right, thanks, Mike. A little trickeration again from Sam Houston, and just kind of lost the handle on it. Did Trayvon Vaughns.
Yeah, just never got the pitch, and then after he couldn't find the ears, he was very, very wise to just get on that football and maintain possession for his squad.
That'll set up 2nd down and 20 for Ramonte Prime. Quick release over the middle, throws it up, and it's caught! Intended for 3, Brown, instead caught for Trent Jones.
Well, well, well.
Ole Miss, where are you? You watching? If you saw the Ole Miss play against Alabama, sometimes it's better be lucky than good.
That was just great defense on the front end of this pass play, but ball is deflected and right into the hands of Trenton Jones.
Tariq Adair there to get a hand on it as Prime's running all the way here. Spins and brought down at the 25. Goes down hard. Joshua Leal's had himself a heck of a football game, number 20 for Brackenridge.
You know, you talk about all the skill set that Ramonte Prime has, but Coach Brown could not say enough things about him. He picks up other kids, even the defense after they get scored on, which obviously hasn't been often, but, you know, he just could not say enough good things, and he just said, like, you know, they pulled back on him, and here he is with another one.
Caught, touchdown Hurricanes, Jawan Anderson again, his 2nd touchdown of the half, and just like that, Sam Houston goes right through the toe juice red zone for a touchdown to make it 32-7.
You're seeing what kind of player he is, and college scouts are looking at this too. This young man can play. And then you talk about the skill set, like we said, but to be the leader, the kid in the classroom that's getting it done. You know, the guy that everybody on the team is looking to. I mean, he'd be a welcomed addition to any college team.
Go for two. Prime fires on the slant and just misses off the hands of Anderson. You know, he's got 2 touchdowns in the second half, does Juwan Anderson. And Chuck, he's a better basketball player than he is a football player.
Well, this is a heck of a throw, too, by Prime. Look at this. I mean, just receiver gets inside position and then really does a nice job hanging on, and the ball is bobbled a little bit. But again, you know, once he got inside, that was the key to making that play.
Yeah, I think he was interfered with as well early. Fought through the defense and came back to the football to make the catch. Great night for Juwan Anderson. Didn't have a catch in the first half, and now he's got 2 touchdowns in the second half, including a record-setting catch that will never be broken no matter how many years they play high school football in San Antonio.
Yeah, so he's having a whale of a ball game in terms of, you know, what his average is for sure.
Meanwhile, Ramonte Prime 11 for 18 for 263. And, you know, you can watch TNL even when you're away from your television. Just log on at cw35.tv. You can watch complete games. Plus, we've got the highlights there, the Spirit Center. Just go to the cw35.tv for Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights anytime you want it. 32-7 as Sam Houston has broken open a close game at the half to taking complete command of this one. And they'll kick it off again. Good to see King back on the field. Got hurt on this exact same return on the last possession. Gets it up to the 30, and that's where he's dropped. Went off with a bit of a leg injury, but he shakes it off and comes back to do it again. Heard so much about Antonio Lopez coming into this ball game, leading the area in passes, pass attempts, yardage. 5 touchdowns a week ago. But this Sam Houston defense has pressured him. Jair Jordan, Garland Coleman, Chance Russell in the middle. And the Sam Houston defense cued by Patrick Brown, who said, you know, we know what our offense can do. We want to see what our defense can do against an offense like that. And his Hurricanes have risen to the challenge. 2 backs with Lopez here on 1st and 10 from the 30. Getting good protection this time, and then he's trying to bail out. He's got room across the middle, sprints outside, but the Hurricanes swarm him there. Loss of about 4, and guess who? Garland Coleman again.
Just a sophomore.
88.
Yeah, kid's having a whale of a ball game. Sam Houston, I mean, there's just nowhere to go with the football. I mean, again, the savvy of Antonio Lopez back there just kind of feeling his way with the pressure in the pocket. He just has nowhere to go with the football downfield.
And Brack's going to take a timeout, down 32-7. 2nd and 12 for the Eagles.
First timeout.
Garland Coleman has to have double-figure tackles tonight. 4 sacks. And going next with kind of bookends with Jair Jordan. They've just been too much to handle. Meanwhile, Lopez, minus 17, minus 70 on the night, running the football. Looking at our Monarch trophies right now, always a big sponsor of Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights, the awards leader since 1972. If you need help for plaques or trophies for any of your trophy needs, give Monarch a call at 344-3777. Charlie and Kathy Drago, good friends of the program, been with us for many years, and we'd like to thank the folks at Monarch Trophy for giving us the trophies to hand out tonight. Chuck, we've got to give a player trophy away and the team trophy, and right now we've got a number of candidates for that player trophy.
I'm thinking, you know, you're right. We're going to have to split that thing up about 3 or 4 different ways, because there's a lot of young men that are worthy of that, really on both sides of the football. We've seen some good ball tonight.
All right, so Lopez, that's him, changed out of 12 into 26. Must have had blood on the jersey. So it's the same kid. It's not a switch, just a switch of jerseys. Lopez fires to this side and knocked out, tipped out, intended for Jalen Davis.
Yeah, it's what do you do at this point, right? I mean, they're just, for the most part, sending the 4 guys up front, and there's just so many DBs back there, it's hard to find an open receiver. Sometimes you got to eat it.
2:43 to play here in the third. Third down and 12 for Lopez, who trails 32-7, and he's just throwing that out of bounds as well as Jair Jordan was back in his face again.
Yeah, I mean, they're showing jailbreak, and then they drop 2 guys back. I mean, they're giving you a lot of different looks now. And you can really see the influence that Coach Brown has brought to this program in just a short period of time. You know, and he said, we've got a lot of schemes. We're showing these kids a lot of different looks, and it's been a process. But you know, once they figure it out, he even said, man, I wish I had a couple more years with these kids before this year, because he's really been getting them in the weight room too and getting them bigger and stronger to go along with all the speed.
We've seen that tonight. We've seen some big, strong football players for Sam Houston. As that ball bounces at the 30, and Trayvon Vaughn's going to try to do something with it. Don't be surprised if he does. He's dancing around, running for his life, and now dragged out of bounds right at the 30. Number 6 on the tackle, and that's Luis Lopez. We've got 2:20 left. Take a look at Sam Houston. They've run the table so far. It's like they're going to win tonight. They'll be 6-0 going into Highlands. Highlands we had a week ago, that thrilling win. Highlands has turned their program around. And then they've got Edison, Harlandale, and Lanier to finish out the season. And it's a very doable undefeated regular season for Sam Houston if you look at what they've done coming into the night.
Well, the one thing we saw last week with Highlands and Juan Morales is they're not going to beat themselves. Those kids have been coached. They know where they need to be. And if Sam Houston's going to beat them, they're going to have to earn it. But you're right. I mean, you look at what they've done already this year. Nobody's given them a ball game yet. Look out.
Prime over the middle, got a man if he doesn't step out of bounds, but he does, is Trenton Jones. And Trenton is just wishing he was, last name was Walenda. He might have had a chance to score.
Well, ball in the air. Let's see. Did he lead him up the sideline a little bit? It was a pretty good throw, and just couldn't quite keep his balance, but sure he'll take the catch and the pickup.
Sam Houston on the move again, up 32-7, 2:14 left to play in the third quarter. And still no real intentions of running the football as Prime goes to the corner, got a man caught out of bounds. They didn't say he got one in. Trenton Jones had a good angle and was across the line, but I guess he did not get a foot in when he had possession. It had been a really good call by the line judge from all the way up the sideline to the 20. I thought he was all over it and had the right call.
I thought he got in.
Possession, now he's got to put one down, and it's
good call by
on the line.
Look at that. He's out. Yeah, that little toe out of bounds. Great call by the official.
He was 20 yards upfield. Now they hand it inside. Look at the burst by 22. That's Leonard Collins inside the 25-yard line.
Just come at you, Don, with so many different weapons. I mean, you talked earlier about how they spread it around with their wide receivers, and then they can float it out in the backfield, and Prime can take off. I mean, they just pose a lot of problems for the defensive coordinators for each school they're facing.
1:45 and counting here in the third as Prime takes a snap, throws again quickly. Same guy, corner of the end zone, caught. Touchdown, Sam Houston. I think. Still no signal.
Thank you, Dan.
Not celebrating. There's a flag on the play. Way back here. Still never saw a signal on the catch.
Ineligible receiver, On the offense, number 3, he was covered. 10-yard penalty, third down.
Okay. I'd like to see the formation there. I've never seen that before. See it with tight ends sometimes covered up. But no argument from Sam Houston. And no call from the official even after the catch.
Yeah, I didn't see if he was lined up at the line of scrimmage or if he was split outside.
He's in the slot this time as they throw it to the far side. Caught, getting across the 25, almost down to the 20 is Trayvon Vaughns. Stays in bound, clock runs.
How about the hustle? Right. Rios out there, getting out there, big guy. Tracking down the fast guy. I like it. Kid's still playing hard in a 32-7 ball game.
Sam Houston throwing it quickly. Jones again. This time he gets inside the 10. Dwayne Brown. So fast. And guess what, Chuck? He's inside the Toe Juice red zone. Toe Juice, the ultimate skin care solution.
And he's picking up a first down on 4th down. So the drive stays alive. We're late in the 3rd quarter, and Sam Houston looking for a little insurance here as we head to the final stanza.
Prime, quick slant over the middle. Good defense. Batted away. Good coverage there by number 5. Dwayne Brown, the intended receiver, but Noe Gutierrez was there to break it up.
Yeah, Gutierrez, we've called his number a couple of times tonight. Really good coverage. Stride for stride with the receiver, and to get that right hand up and knock it away.
Prime really starting to rack up the numbers now. 23 attempts. He's completed 14 balls for 317 yards and 4 touchdowns. Gets it out of his hands again and kind of nowhere to go. Good coverage there. Time as Trenton Jones was covered up by the secondary. 7 with the coverage. Jerry Medina all over him, didn't let him get back to the back corners, and that's where Prime threw it, hoping he could get back there.
You know, Don, there's a lot that's going to be learned from this game for Brackenridge going forward, and I would suspect that this is going to be a team that's not going to be an easy out in district play. I mean, talking to the coaches, it's been, when they've given up plays, it's been, you know, one kid here, one kid there. I mean, they're pretty close to putting this thing together here. And as they get another stop here, well, maybe not. Got a call in the backfield there, or by the back judge, I should say. But I mean, it's been one of those situations where they've got guys in the right spot, but when they give up a play, it's usually the breakdowns are coming from, you know, a singular player, and they get some of this stuff cleaned up. I mean, I thought we've seen some strides tonight from their defense.
Pass interference on the defense, number 5. We'll go to the 2-yard line, automatic first down.
Noe Gutierrez had his hand kind of wrapped around Brown as he ran that slant, and that's going to make it pretty easy for the Sam Houston offense to try to punch it in from here, although they don't run the football a bunch. 22 gets the handoff, and he's going to dart close to the line. Leonard Collins, short of the touchdown. He thinks he had it. He lunged for it, but the ball came out right as he hit the 1. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So they'll switch ends of the field. Collins will get another chance, or perhaps Prime will put it up. But at the end of the 3rd quarter, Sam Houston leads Brack 32-7, and they're looking to add to it when we come back for the 4th quarter on Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. And we're back on Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. Time's now for our Wilkes Air Conditioning and Heating 3rd quarter highlights. What a highlight we had. We had a 99-yarder, and then that man right there. Look at him go. Dwayne Brown for a touchdown. And here's the 99 one. Jawan Anderson fighting off the defender and housing it. About 6 inches short of 100 yards. But he wasn't done. Anderson scored his second touchdown of the quarter. Great job coming back for the football, and Sam Houston breaks open a close game as Joshua Leal makes a tackle on that play. As Ramonte Prime tried to get in and got either an ejection or a substitution infraction, or a flag flies now, and I think they've ejected Leal. And then they continued to penalize him after he talked to the official.
But like Con 20, defense, half the distance.
So they'll go half the distance, which is just about a yard inside the 2-yard line. And they'll roll the clock, and here we go. First down, automatic first down after the penalty, as the Hurricanes look to add to their lead. It's Prime running all the way, dives for the line and not there. Good defense by Javier Arispe. As Prime went airborne trying to lunge for the touchdown.
Yeah, 9 did a really good job, Arispe, and then 35, Charles Campion also doing a number. Good job of stringing that out and stopping it cold.
Boy, I like how Prime just sold out. Sold out and just dove for that end line. Good defense as well. Good job by both players.
I don't know if you want your quarterback taking a lick like that
I know.
this late in the game in a 32-7 contest, but he's a tough young man.
He's running for his life again, and smart play by getting rid of it. Probably going to be a grounding call. Johnny King there, the wide receiver, going both ways for Brackenridge. And we're going to get an intentional grounding call on Prime. Boys, they're knocking on the door on the 1 foot line, and now they're going to be backed up.
Intentional grounding on the offense. We're back. The third down.
All right, so they're going to back them up. It'll be 3rd and goal with 10:34 to play.
You see how, even during the course of this football game, some of these pass rushers for Brack are really doing a nice job not biting on the fakes. They're doing a really nice job after they got burned on that second touchdown of really maintaining their gap integrity and bringing the quarterback down.
We have seen a lot of slants from this formation tonight. He likes to throw it over the middle. And he throws another one that time, and kind of breaking off the route was Trenton Jones.
Yeah, Jerry Medina, the free safety, stride for stride again with the receiver.
So for the first time tonight, we're going to see Sam Houston attempt a field goal. Hector Carrion has been handling the kicking duties tonight, though we may have a marker down. There's a flag down at about the 8, and that may have been defensive holding on Jones as he tried to complete his route. We'll see.
Holding by the defense on an eligible receiver. Half the distance, automatic first down.
Wow, so a new set of downs. So instead of being 4th down and having to kick it, the Hurricanes get a new set of downs inside the 10 for Ramonte Prime and company. All of a sudden, this game's gone weird on us, Chuck. We got an ejection, I think.
Yeah.
Sack, a grounding, holding. Snap to Prime. Throws it into the flat. Tipped, intercepted. Brackenridge is going to get off the field. Big 66 coming up with it. What a play by Damian Sherwood. Coaches told us pregame they love him. He's a captain. clogs up that front on the defensive front, and he came up with a big turnover on that one.
Yeah, a kid that plays both ways, both on the offensive line and the defensive line, and just a heady player. We got a chance to talk to him this week for Max Sports. Ball is tipped. Look at him smell it out. That a kid?
Look up in the air and look what I found. Big fella.
Got to tip your cap too. Once again, 88's having himself a ball game. Johnny King on both sides of the field as well. He comes in, makes a play, bats the ball into the air, and then 88-66, turning it around.
Inside handoff for Brackenridge, and 51 comes up to make a tackle. Nice play by Brandon Jones tonight.
Yeah, just a sophomore, and I'll tell you what, if Brandon Jones doesn't make that play, that thing's going for 20 or 30 more.
He's another one of those two-sport guys, plays catcher on the baseball team. Second down and 7 for Lopez. Fires a slant to King, who's got it, and King's got speed. Across the 35 to the 36. Big game by Johnny King. Both sides of the football, he's the guy who makes the deflection for the Oski, and then they go right back to him on offense. Why not? They've gone his way a lot tonight.
Now, and Sam is making a bunch of changes there with their DBs, letting some of the younger guys play, but they're keeping some of those big pass rushers in this football game, and boy, have they done a number tonight.
King with 7 catches and 65 yards as Lopez fires out here into the flat to Adair. Adair's got the 40, cuts it back inside. But he stopped there short of the 45 as the entire Sam Houston defense there, including Freddie Scott and Tavion Jones.
I was wondering when they were going to stop that play with forward progress.
Well, it's going to be second down and 4 as Lopez tries to get this offense moving for only the second time tonight. They put up 1 touchdown earlier in the football game in the first half, and he ran it in. Heard so much about his numbers coming in. Already put good numbers up tonight, 20 of 29. Hands this time though, and still on his feet. Across the 45 to the 47 is Adair.
Boy, 88.
Coleman is there. I'm not counting tackles, but it's over a dozen. It's over a dozen for Garland Coleman. Just what a fantastic performance he's put on there.
No, I mean, he really has. I mean, he has altered and tilted this ball game almost by himself.
First and 10. Nice slant, nice throw by Lopez. Caught. If they give him the spot from where we're looking at, it's going to be a first down. Vincent Gonzalez picks up the first down, and look at the youngster from Sam Houston. UIW smile cam. Everybody's having a good time out here tonight if you're on the Sam Houston sidelines. Hurricanes could have used him in the band tonight.
Oh, he's doing the Dougie.
Young fella's got it going on.
Doing a little bit of everything.
First and 10, Lopez straight drop, quick slant, and just dropping it was Jalen Davis, who again heard footsteps. But Davis has had a nice game as well.
He has, and Lopez has been on point almost with every single throw tonight, Don. I mean, he's really had a nice game too.
If you're just joining us, he had to change out of his jersey because it had a wardrobe malfunction as Adair picks up big yardage inside the 30. Another first down. Brandon Jones making the tackle. But not before Brackenridge picks up another Gold's Gym first down. Their third Gold's Gym first down on this drive, and they're moving it right down the field.
Yeah, and they're really missing Jonathan Lucas tonight, is Brack, but having a little success on this drive, and maybe you got a little something going here that you can build on for next week.
32-7 our score. Lopez throws it out here in the flat to Adair. He dances and does a good job of breaking through, getting to the 20. He's knocking on the door of the Vantage College red zone. Vantage College, changing lives through education and job placement.
Well, because of injury, we're going to get a chance to see Tyreek Adair here, and he's done a nice little job for himself tonight. Just a sophomore, and you know, not the biggest kid on the planet, but I like his physicality. I mean, he gets the ball, and he's looking to avoid contact, but he doesn't certainly look like he's afraid of it either.
Inside handoff to Adair again. He stumbles this time, and guess who? Garland Coleman with tackle number 133 tonight.
That's about right.
Garland Coleman, just a sophomore. And, you know, if he's hanging out with Jair Jordan and he's in the weight room, it's amazing what he may end up being by the time he's a senior.
Agreed. He's left quite an impression. There's no doubt about that.
Well, movement up front, quick slant, caught it, and going across the middle is Jalen Davis. Davis and King, a nice pair of receivers to have for Lopez. He's targeted him a number of times tonight. 5:25 to play. Brack playing for pride right now, but also playing for next week. You want to keep getting better. Is being brought down right there by Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones having a nice night middle. That Sam Houston defense. Sets up second down and 10 for the Eagles. Lopez explaining the play to his back. He's going to throw it out in the flat to Adair and just missed him over the top. Jones was closing had he made the catch. That's going to set up third down and 10 inside the red zone.
Yeah, you like a lot of things that you see from both of these teams. And, you know, for Sam Houston, I think Coach Brown, you know, he talked a lot about during the offseason and in years past, he's gone to Oregon, Notre Dame, and Minnesota. He's not a big believer in the 3-hour practices, and that's, you know, not that they were having 3-hour practices at Sam Houston as we watched the play go incomplete, but, you know, he says he's always learning, but he would rather go an hour and a half, an hour and 50 tops, but he wants his practices up-tempo. He always wants his kids learning, and he also says he's seen a lot of value in bringing these kids in on a Saturday, you know, if nothing else, just to bond and watch tape. I mean, this is a cohesive football team on both sides of the football.
That's evident by the word family on the back of their jerseys. They've bought into this new coach as Lopez scrambles and throws and completes it right down there at the 10. Wow, what a throw.
What a throw.
Vincent Gonzalez.
Antonio Lopez took a lick.
He paid for that one.
And he's slow to get up, but he's a tough young man. I'll tell you what, that was one heck of a throw. Throwing across your body and then, you know, exposing the left side of your body like that, or the right side of your body. Jeepers.
Josh Harris just got him in the sternum right as he released it. We're going to take a break with him. We got 4:30 to play. You're watching Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. Sam Houston on top of Brack, 32-7.
All right, and welcome back. The San Antonio Sports All-Star Cheer Challenge, powered by CPS Energy, is underway. So cheer sponsors and school administrators can visit CW35.com and register. 4 local high school cheer squads will win an opportunity to cheer at the San Antonio Sports High School All-Star Football Game on Saturday, January 9th.
All right, first down, inside handoff to Adair. He's snuffed out right there. Chance Russell in on the tackle. And we've got a hurricane down. And we'll take a break while we can, while keep an eye on that hurricane player who's injured. We'll be right back.
Closed captioning of tonight's game is brought to you by Air to Recovery.
And we're back, 32-7. Brackenridge trying to make it 14. Second down, goal. And it looks like they're going to score Touchdown, Eagles. Tyrus Mathis on the option pitch. And Brackenridge adds to their score total and makes it respectable with 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a lot of good things tonight, Don. I mean, honestly, I mean, you get them to make a couple of more catches on the offensive side of the football, and you got to like their quarterback play. And honestly, I don't know that you could do a better job defensively than they did in the first half of this football game. I mean, I think they got a lot to look forward to.
It's a long season. You just want to keep playing. You don't want your kids to give up, and Brackenridge has not. It's 32-14 with 4 minutes to play. You're watching Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights on the CW 35. Welcome back. You're looking at Odin Posey. Odie was honored here tonight as a Courier All-American, a 1947 graduate of Wheatley High School. He was a Courier All-American at Southern University. They also honored William Glosson, who graduated from Wheatley, which is now Brackenridge. He was a two-time Courier All-American at Texas Southern. And also Gentris Hornsby, a 1955 graduate of Wheatley as well. He was a three-time Courier All-American at Prairie View A&M University. Great to see those three men honored.
Yeah, SAISD does a great job always honoring their former stars, and had a great ceremony here last year, and their induction into their Hall of Fame, and Pedro Martinez, the superintendent, Todd Howie, they've all done a really nice job, really across the board, and the coaches that they've hired, the coaches that were already in place, but to kind of just elevate expectations everywhere. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff going on at SAISD.
And for those of you who don't know, the Pittsburgh Courier All-American honor was the highest recognition that an African-American college football player could get during the segregated 1950s and 60s. So that was the highest honor given at that time, and SAISD wanted to honor those men for their great careers. Very proud of them here coming out of the SAISD. Clyde Glosson, Williams' brother, is also in the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame. Fantastic sprinter.
Offside. Kicking team. Yard penalty. Added to the.
Had so many great players come from this district and play pro football. Gary Green, who was a 10-year pro with the Rams and Chiefs. All-American at Baylor. Willie Mitchell played Super Bowl I for the Chiefs. Got a couple guys playing right now from this very team, from Brack, Ramon Richards.
Yeah, Kyle Rote.
Doing a great job. Kyle Rote from Jefferson. Tommy Nobis. Forgot about
That's
Jeff.
right.
Let's take a look at Brack's schedule the rest of the way. They had a tough go of it. Got their first win last week against Lanier. They're going to fall here tonight, and then they got Burbank and then McCollum, Jeff, and Highlands to round out their schedule. What we've seen from Willie Hall's guys tonight, though, is they're going to be competitive in this district the rest of the way because they're playing the class of that district right now.
Indeed they are. I mean, and like I said, there's a lot to build on. And, they're kind of feeling their way through the early part of the schedule. As we said, they kind of changed things up a little bit last week, tried to simplify a few things. They've got a lot of juniors and seniors playing, but they're young juniors and seniors in that there wasn't a lot of game time or a lot of game experience going into the season. So, yeah, it's one of those things you kind of learning who you have on the fly, and nobody does it better than Willie Hall. We know that.
Brandon Adams in at running back for Sam Houston. We've got a pre-snap penalty as we have some subs in at this point. I'm sure.
All-star offense, number 16, 5-yard penalty. First out.
Coach Brown just wants to get this clock handled and get out of here with a W. 3:52. Prime's going to go deep down the sideline, looking for Anderson, who comes back for it. It's off his hands, incomplete. Jerry Medina with the coverage. Sam Houston doing what they do. Got single coverage, you're going to go to your guy. That was the same type of pass they scored on the 99-yard touchdown. Clock stops with 3:44 to play. 2nd and 15 for Prime. Gonna put it up again against a full house blitz. Middle screen, incomplete. Was looking for Brandon Adams. Good play calls. They brought the house, but just couldn't quite complete it.
You're right about that. Nothing wrong with seeing that one coming, but yeah, you got to make the play.
And if he would have caught it, he would have gone a long way. Because about 8 Eagles were in the backfield with Prime. 3rd and 15. Inside handoff, and going nowhere is Josh Harris. 66 and 20. Leal's back in, so Cowan's making the tackle. I was mistaken earlier. I want to make sure we clarify that Leal was not ejected. Although I saw the official show that forearm gesture and then thumb him out of the game and then throw the flag for unsportsmanlike. He did not eject him from the game. Tyadair back to receive it. And now we have a flag fly because
substitution infraction on the offense.
Of a substitution infraction. And we might set a world record for taking 45 minutes to play 2.
That'll give us a chance to talk up Sam Houston a little bit more before we call it a night.
Good job by Carrillo to take the snap that short hopped him. Go down it right there at the 35-yard line. 2:41 to play.
Give us a chance to talk about Coach Brown and the job he's done. I mean, I would think it'd be kind of hard, Don. You know, you're the new guy coming in. You know you're inheriting a very good program, a program that was really doing a nice job last year. And he said, I don't know what's tougher, you know, to come into a situation like this and keep a good thing going, or to turn around a squad that's 0-10. But yeah, here he is. Long time. He's been in El Paso for 20 years. He's an Austin guy. Wanted to move back to the area. And they got here late. He took the Sam Houston job. And boy, he's just really done a nice job kind of keeping things rolling. And he said, man, it's tough. You know, Gary Green was a legend. Still is a legend. Mr. Sam Houston, as he called it. And he thought, you know, I could come in here, I could talk a lot, I could say what we want to do. But he says, you know, these kids hear things all the time. And he goes, for me, it was about showing them and actions. You know, here's what we're going to do, but you got to show them how to do it. And he's done all that and more. And he said the kids have bought in. He knows that we have their best interest at heart. And it's going to be an interesting thing watching this squad go forward. You know, like we said, he's done a lot of good things with them in terms of going up tempo with the offense and being an attacking style defense. As you see a nice little play here from Brackenridge, picking up the sticks. But he's just done a really nice job with the up tempo practices and, you know, bonding with these young men, getting them all to think they can be even better than what maybe they thought they were going in, and they knew they were going to be good.
Yeah, a lot of talent for sure, and he's coaching them up right, and they're 6-0.
Not only that, he's not afraid to roll the bones. And when we talked about it, you know, he'll go for it on 4th down. He'll come up with the trick plays, and I think kids like that too. You know, they're going to play and play to win.
Adair's got it again. Staying in bounds, which will keep the clock running inside a minute 40. We'll have about a minute left when we snap it next time.
But see, he had no spring ball with him, and, you know, he's had a hard time trying to teach and incorporate all the schemes and everything that he wants to put in here. But he says they're getting better and better every week, and I think we're seeing that on display here tonight.
Lopez back to pass. That one's incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 1:14. Yeah, he's done a great job. And, you know, we both remember when he was hired, and it was a little curious that they went outside the district and went all the way to El Paso, but this guy's got great credentials as a coordinator and with some winning programs out there in far west Texas, and has proven to be a solid choice.
Yeah, he said he was at El Paso Chapin, and they went and took Alito to the 3rd round, and I think Alito went and, you know, did a lot of damage that year, and they took him to overtime. And as that ball goes incomplete, we said this team is more talented. And I mean, if you look at it player for player, and, you know, just look at the skill positions, what they have on offense, and then again, those 4 guys up front, and then their DBs are super aggressive, playmakers, ball hawks. You gotta like what these guys might be doing here in 6 or 7 weeks when the postseason rolls around.
Gives us time to show you our Dixie Flag banner play of the game. Guess what? It's not very hard. It's a world record setter, Chuck. Ramonte Prime going to Jawan Anderson. And in the words of Danny Don Meredith, 99.5. Touchdown, Sam Houston. A record that can never fall, only be tied. It's our Dixie Flag banner play of the game.
Yeah, and a real backbreaker, too, because we talked about how competitive and how both defenses really played well in that first half.
Chuck, we're pretty fired up over on News 4 San Antonio. We got the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football this week.
Delay of game.
As we have the delay of game call. Cowboys taking on the Saints. Interesting to see if Drew Brees plays or not. Saints kind of playing possum there. Cowboys trying to bounce back with Brandon Whedon playing quarterback. We'll have it, and then keep it on 4 after the game. We'll have complete locker room and post-game podium coverage of Coach Garrett. All the Cowboys on News 4 and on Sports Sunday. Brack's going to throw it on 4th down, trying to pick it up. Going to have a change of possession as Tariq Adair doesn't get the stick. Sam Houston will get it from there with 45 seconds to go, and they'll just run out the clock. And Sam Houston will be 6-0 as they got a fantastic performance from Ramonte Prime again. 14 of 28 for 317 yards and 4 touchdowns, including a 99-yarder. Valiant effort by Antonio Lopez and the Brackenridge Eagles, with just a stellar defensive effort by the Hurricanes, led by Garland Coleman, Jair Jordan, Big Chance Russell up front, and a number of Hurricanes who helped out, basically pitched a shutout, a 7-point game till late in the game when Brackenridge got their 2nd touchdown.
Smiles all around on that Sam Houston sideline, huh? As well there should be.
They're going to line up and shake hands, and Sam Houston's going to win it. As we take a look at our upcoming schedule, we've had some great ones this year, and boy, it's going to get even better. We got some district ball games like Warren and Brennan and Stevens and Taft. Come back here to the Rock Pile from McCullum and Highlands. We have Judson for a 2nd time this year. Then the play-in game at Northside, flex scheduling in high school football, only on the CW 35. That'll do it. Our final score, the Sam Houston Hurricanes 32, the Brackenridge Eagles 14. We're going to hand out our Monarch Trophy hardware, pick our player of the game, and meet Coach Patrick Brown and the Hurricanes when we come back.
Welcome to the Church's Chicken post-game report, presented by Baptist Emergency Hospital.
Sam Houston wins Thursday Night Lights tonight, 32-14 over Brackenridge. Let's hand out that Monarch Trophy hardware. Let's go down to the field and Mike Hernandez.
All right, thank you, guys. All right, great game. Y'all played outstanding. Give yourselves a round of applause. Great efforts defensively and offensively, as well as some great plays on both sides of the ball. Our MVP tonight is going to go to a young man who's a sophomore. He got his chance to play today. Number 88, Garland Coleman. Give him a big round. Yeah! Congratulations. Face the camera so they can see you at home. You did great. So you got an opportunity to play tonight. You sure made the most of it. Near as we could tell, we counted up about 15 tackles, you alone. How about that?
That's great. I don't know what to say. I got to give a shout out to my Coach Tony. I got to give a shout out to Coach Tony. Stay on my butt. Coach Brown for giving me this opportunity. My team for pushing me.
Turn around, let him see, buddy.
No, I'm talking to y'all though.
Okay.
Give a shout out to my team, Coach Mack, all the coaches. That's
all right. Well, listen, congratulations. Thank you, guys. This is what it's all about. Give a round of applause. Yeah. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
He's got a great young man there.
No question.
Very humble.
Yes, sir.
All right, so 6-0. Great start. You guys are well on your way. Next week, you have Highlands, correct?
That's correct. That's going to be a big game. You know, they've improved so much, and you know, I'll worry about that tomorrow. I'm going to celebrate with these guys. I'm so proud of them. We had some injuries this week. Played some freshmen, played some sophomores, and those kids stepped up big time. And Brackenridge gave us all we could handle, and they had a great game plan. But you know, I think we had a lot of young kids that stepped up tonight. Really did a good job.
Well, congratulations. Let me have that trophy. Our Thursday night lights winners tonight, the Sam Houston Hurricanes. Congratulations.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. Time to take a look at our Window Depot full game highlights. Ramonte Prime, what a night. Prime time it was. 14 of 28 for 317 yards and 4 touchdowns, including one that will never be topped. 99 yards plus. Antonio Lopez and the Brackenridge Eagles got on the board to make it a 13-7 game at the half. We saw a lot of speed and quickness from Brown, from Sam Houston, and they broke it open in that third quarter with those 2 touchdown catches by Jawan Anderson. This highlight's going to live on for a while, and something tells me it's going to be our Play of the Week nominee at News 4 and Fox 29. Prime time. Ramonte Prime leads his Sam Houston Hurricanes to a 6-0 record. Those are our Window Depot highlights. Take a look at the final stats. And Chuck, Sam Houston opened it up offensively, especially in the second half.
Well, you know, they got some big plays, as you mentioned, and two, you know, again, Brackenridge doing a really nice job holding Sam Houston down in the first half, but second half, different story. I mean, they got the ball rolling. They came out to start the third quarter, went down and got a touchdown. Indeed, it did set the tempo for the entire second half, and Sam Houston stays unbeaten.
Our final score, Sam Houston 32-14 for Chuck Mikatinik. Statsman extraordinaire Mark Lieberman. My spotter tonight, Manny Rodriguez. Producer Chris Kotfus and director Jose Garza did a fantastic job in the truck tonight. I'm Don Harris saying thanks for watching Church's Chicken Thursday Night Lights. We'll see you next week here on the CW35.